Hey everyone, welcome back to Rise of the Tomb Raider for Extra Life 2019. It is now 10:43 a.m. We are in our 24th hour. We just about finished wrapping up the 24 hours. Now, that's cumulative time of streaming, not necessarily me playing a game, which is part of the reason why we're actually going to be going over that 24-hour estimate. To possibly make it like 26, 70, or even 28 hours. I don't know exactly how long it'll be. We're going to be moving from this video game here to a tabletop game of Interface 0. So it'll only be a moment for you on YouTube, but I will be shutting down the stream, moving some equipment to another room, and then booting it all back up. So hopefully in just a moment you'll just see the screen transfer over to that. And otherwise, for those of you watching live, it will take a little longer. It won't be just a moment. Alright, I will see you on the flip side. It is now streaming and recording.
No. I've spilled a lot of things this morning.
Just like licking the bottoms of mugs.
Just like licking the bottoms of mugs. Well, that...
I mean, that's not
isn't
accurate.
untrue.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Chris, we're streaming? What?
We are streaming. We are live.
Yay! Glad we got that for
Posterity's sake.
Conversation.
Yes. So I'm just going to drop Martial Warrior in here.
Sean, I meant to bring your coffee cup that you left at our house.
Oh.
Last weekend in Akron.
Was it a big one?
Yeah, it was like
Big
that
silver
one,
one?
but silver. Yes. Bigger, I think. But yeah, I'm sorry.
Was it a big one?
No.
Ha wink. You set your phone down in water. I was about to clean that up.
It's not wet.
Oh, good. Well, that's what she said.
Oh. That's just rude.
I mean, to be fair, wintertime is a very dry season.
That's true.
Oh, Lord, apparently needed water.
Apparently. You've had a stressful morning so far, it sounds like. Poor man.
I've had a stressful week. It's been bad.
You and me both, man. Let me tell you how excited I am that Breeders' Cup is over.
I believe every second of that.
We almost made it through without a horse dying.
Almost.
Is that one of the metrics that measures the quality of a Breeders' Cup week?
No, it's just that
Horses have been dropping left and right this year.
horses have been dropping left and right this year, especially at Santa Anita. And there's like a bunch of meetings and conversation about whether or not Breeders' Cup was actually going to be held at Santa Anita this year after all that. And they decided to go ahead with it.
And then a horse died anyway.
And then a horse died anyway in the last fucking race of Breeders' Cup.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's bad.
Wow.
It's
No,
real
wait.
bad.
That's what I was going to do with that.
This will be interesting. Be getting in and out of here.
What will be as interesting as whoever gets to do initiative.
Ah!
Damn, I didn't even get through halfway through the sentence.
No, Chris
And
is on
like,
it.
yep.
You've got to... We have to set a rule that you have to... Like, you have to be done
He
talking.
was walking.
No,
He
I
was
don't
walking.
think-
No,
Oh my
Sean
God.
has to be done talking.
No. I don't think that's a necessary rule. As someone who's...
He was fiddling with the camera on his way past Susan
Yes.
and still got his hand up. He
Yeah.
wins, dude.
No, like, Chris is just amazingly good at this, and we have to accept that. As the only person who's actually good at rolling dice at this table, it is a little bit insulting, but...
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep. Definitely that.
But we have to live with it. He also makes a lot more rolls than us, generally, so, I mean...
This is also true.
Statistically, it's probably good.
I feel
Which...
so bad right now.
Why?
Don't. We'll be fine.
No, it's good. You don't feel bad. You have a lot of carrying this team to do.
It's true.
Yeah, do you have any idea how much shit you've gotten them out of?
Oh, so
Hey,
much.
Susan,
Holy crap.
Do you
Yes,
remember
sir.
what powers I was considering?
That's what I was looking for. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah.
Instead of Miracle Worker? Or no, for...
like, this is assuming
yes.
that Miracle Worker isn't available. I'm going to go ahead.
Pre-game stream, everyone.
Hey!
Getting this hot mess set up.
Yeah, I'm going to be
so
walking
much
in front of the
bookkeeping.
camera. You're going to see my flabby back. Well, not it. As I said in front of
That back is not that flabby these days, bruh. You're veritably skinny.
Did you say he was getting naked?
I don't know.
Alright.
Are we doing a naked cast? I mean,
I'm fine with that.
we'll go.
I'm not.
I imagine Twitch isn't fine with that.
Yeah, Twitch is very much not fine with that. Ooh, yes.
It's one of those things where
Here
we're
it
not
is.
supposed to say
I found him.
words.
I found him.
I think we're supposed to try not to.
Try
I don't
not to
know.
what?
It is cyberpunk. Like,
It is cyberpunk. They can get over. Chris,
We can flag this as obscene language inbound, right?
Yes.
Okay,
We should ish because we
I
should.
don't know. There's no way to really flag a Twitch stream. I don't
Okay.
think.
Like
just have a blinking light in the corner of the stream that's like cursing may be happening.
we could break out the old list of shadow talk.
No.
No, I am not
When
that
I post
quick.
this to YouTube later, then yes,
Yeah.
I can
All right,
absolutely flag
perfect.
that. Now for
We'll
Twitch,
just apologize to Twitch.
Yeah, we're just going to apologize profusely every 45 minutes or so.
I mean, it helps, I guess, that Six doesn't curse that much.
Yeah,
She
but
doesn't.
Axel really,
Axel,
really
Axel
does.
curses enough for
Enough
everybody.
so that the roommate occasionally is like,
Which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
And it is only...
I didn't like these at first. They've definitely grown on me. And because they're huge, but
What?
what's the action deck?
Oh, they are
Actually,
huge.
It'd be great in stands.
They might be a little too big for my wormwood tile I've got coming.
But yeah.
No, it goes off the edge now, so actually it would work still.
Okay.
I will have a card stand coming, just for me.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So...
I'm excited. Sean,
Right.
Yes.
you don't know.
I don't.
I bought a new horse on Friday.
What?
Yeah.
Speed isn't novice. Right. I wish that...
Oh.
His name is Cedric.
What a distinguished name.
Does he warn you of poisonous snakes?
He's got a lot of mahogany going on.
He does have a lot of mahogany.
He looks like a very classy shoe.
Right? Yes, he does.
Yeah, I'd make shoes out of that horse.
Not what I meant, but yeah. I would varnish shoes to that color.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no.
Or you could just make them out of that horse and then start at that color.
But then you'd have to do hair on, and nobody likes hair on shoes.
There's somebody that likes hair on shoes.
There is somebody.
What
But
is this?
But that
That
person's
doesn't
wrong.
count as a
deck.
human being. A gigantic action deck. Yes.
So...
Is this replacing our normal
Yep.
cards? Oh,
So-
I would suggest riffling them sideways.
I never done that before.
You can do it. I have faith in you. There's a picture of him all spiffed up.
Stuff out here.
Oh, what a classy boy.
Yes, he does think he's a classy boy.
Pretty classy horse.
Also, Chris, if you run out, here's your gold deck.
Classy AF.
So...
Oh, I was actually... There's a reason I was on my phone. It was
Yes.
not horse pictures.
It was not.
Do you want your power cards?
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to...
Because
what?
I am in the process of getting a better handle on how powers work since they've been reevaluated.
Yeah.
Because
What were we talking about?
apparently you can reduce the power cost of things by only, for like speed sloth and boost and lower trait, you can reduce that cost
If
by...
you're using PowerPoints.
Yeah, but it's still... You can still hash out the same math and apply that to the no PowerPoint system. The problem being that for any of those subtractions to do me any good, I have to also pair them up. Basically, I have to take a...
Modifiers.
Yeah, like, so an always active modifier. So, like, you can't reduce the cost of any spell below 1 at any point. So, like, taking just boost trait lets me reduce the cost from 2 to 1, and then taking self only lets me reduce it to 0. But then I have to tag on 2 +1 modifiers so that it is always a cost of at least 2, because the cost for the cost can never be the penalty to my roll for cost can never be 0.
Right. It always has to be at least negative.
Yeah.
Still think you would for a combat medic, you've been well served by stun, havoc, barrier, and telekinesis eventually.
We've talked a lot about barrier.
Yeah.
I want you to know.
Barrier is on the list of candidates.
I mean, it is considerably improved from the deluxe version.
Yeah.
And I even like the deluxe version.
Barrier's a fast way for Axel to
Yeah.
get targeted by some fucking psionic hunters.
Yeah.
It's not visible.
Yeah, but you've still got hail of lead attenuating against something that's not there.
Exactly. It is very noticeable.
That's why you have a hacker edit your video.
We've talked about this at length.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, it's since I get
What about
Sean
having
is
a
like,
psychic character?
I just want a psionic hunter. Fuck.
well,
I actually have no whiff of psionic hunting whatsoever, but you know.
well,
I guess
barrier is going on the list. So, but
well, we hit. Let's see. There was was it protection and
protection, barrier, and deflection were the 3 I was.
yes.
How's protection any different from barrier in that regard?
Because protection, you can basically just use an electrical field to reinforce the human skin so that it just takes
They
off.
still get shot.
Yeah. And then deflection is basically overdriving your dodge reflex so that you're actually dodging bullets.
Just like barrier, because it's like invisible maze, bitch. Have fun in this hallway.
I mean,
Axel's not enough of a troll for that.
no, he's not.
He's a little more direct.
Yeah. So
He's like troll-like in the get off my fucking lawn kind of troll. But
yes, definitely that.
fucking goats on my bridge. That kind of troll, but
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chase reference.
Also, I have to say, if none of you have played Rise of the Tomb Raider, I do recommend it, especially the Baba Yaga DLC.
Yes. That
Really?
yeah, it's really good.
That surprised me, how good that was.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed it.
Did you finish it?
I'm maybe halfway through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and one of the nice things is they piece the Baba Yaga out so that you can't tackle it all in one act.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was able to get it done shortly after I got the rope arrows.
Yeah.
When did you get the rope arrows? It was obviously not when I was there, but it was a big deal when I was watching last night.
Oh, because I kept on complaining
Yes.
and I didn't have them yet?
Yes.
Yes.
When did you get them finally?
Sometime during the night. I don't remember.
I didn't even realize until this morning you were doing extra life all through the night. Sucks.
So if you don't really watch Discord when I announced it.
That's fine, and when I was
He-
screaming
2 hours
about it.
beforehand.
I have not been good
beforehand.
at social media or chatting lately.
You could have just stopped at social. Not been good at social.
That's true.
I mean, he's abandoned his friends.
I mean,
entirely.
if you remember much about the game, I just got the Atlas, so I don't know how far that puts me in the whole game.
The Atlas?
Yeah, in Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I don't remember anything called the Atlas.
It was supposed to lead to the divine.
Oh, right. Yes. Right.
And Ree met up with Jonah.
Yes.
We should
I
play
know where you are
at least a one shot of Tropicana at some point because it's basically Tomb Raider meets Black Lagoon, and I feel like
I wouldn't be mad about
I
it.
think everybody here would
I'm not
love
familiar with
that.
Black Lagoon.
It's
Modern day pirates.
yes, modern day mercenary pirates.
Not quite modern. It's the 90s, but
Also,
mean-
there's a character named Revy that is a brutal bounty hunter, and I like her because she uses twin pistols. That it's never been said explicitly, but those pistols have been modified so that when the hammer hits the
firing pin?
it makes a coin
rings.
sound.
It rings. Yeah.
So like scoring points.
Yeah.
Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
Yeah, it's
the Mario coins.
and
It's very similar, yeah.
In the later episodes, they do disclose that the Cutlass 9mm are full custom job Beretta 92F.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Beretta 92F.
I prefer my Jericho.
She actually may be a more realistic version of Lara Croft.
Definitely that.
That's true. She's got dual.
Yeah.
All right, are we about ready to officially start this, and I can make the announcement on?
Yep.
There for
Let me grab what notes I have, which I hope are more robust than my other
You
notes.
may not even need them.
That's fine. I have a lot planned today, Sean, so it'll be fine.
Okay, let's see. I got a drink, got this, got the dice, got this. I need pencil. And eraser.
Oh, wow. You know what my notes for last session were?
What?
6 tells Sherry to compartmentalize combat, saying, I have fake memories and I decided I don't like that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's all of my notes for last session.
I mean, that's really the only...
minutes. 2 minutes of that game.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's really the only, truly revelatory part of that session. It was a pretty down-tempo one.
That's true. Yes, it was 2 dates and a mystery.
Yep.
Good name for an episode.
Yeah. I feel like the first date episode was 2 dates and a mystery. This is 2 dates and a mystery again.
2 more dates and a mystery.
So 2 dates and a mystery is our interdimensional television?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. So we've got people
So let's
watching
see.
now.
Well, maybe.
Well, like,
Look,
presumably.
but
Like,
theoretically.
Theoretically?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
All right, so for anybody who may be watching that might be a little bit confused, we're playing in the cyberpunk genre, specifically a setting called Interface Zero.
Actually, before you do that, let me do the general intro first.
Okay.
And then you can go into that. All right, so let me get over here because I don't even know if I'm in frame yet or not. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Extra Life 2019 stream. As you can see, we have moved everything over to the dining room here where we are enjoying a nice, hopefully relaxing game of Zero. The GM here, Sean Howard, describe that and explain what that is.
I think we played Interface Zero last year.
Yes.
I think we did, but we never
just
really
started-
explained anything.
Yeah,
we just kind of jumped
we
right
just
in.
kind of jumped in, which was
Just
fine.
getting like the elevator pitch.
But just, for everybody who was watching last year.
Oh, well, if you were watching last year and you're also watching this year, then a lot has happened in a very short span of time. It's been probably a month in game.
Yeah.
I'd say 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I think it may have been Christmas last year. It was real close to Christmas.
Yeah.
We're in February now.
Yeah.
So we're playing a cyberpunk setting called Interface Zero. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge because we were using the Savage Worlds system, the Deluxe Edition. They have since upgraded to the Adventure Edition, which is a whole new revision. And we've gotten hodgepodge bits and pieces of the 3rd edition of Interface Zero for Savage Worlds, but it's not fully updated, so it's a little wonky. But there's very little chance anybody watching this actually is familiar with the rule set, so...
Yeah, we're not going into rules right now.
Part of my notes is that our celebrity couple name for Hector and Banks is Hex.
That makes sense. What, CKS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CKS.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That's important notes. Important notes from last
all
year.
of 0 viewers.
Woo!
So small, tiny little bit of background. The characters work for a company, own and work for a company called Meddozer. They are a, if you're familiar with Shadowrun, dock wagon style company, or
They are emergency combat medical extraction.
yeah, basically you buy an insurance plan and they will come extract your ass out of dumb situations, or if you're having a heart attack or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they've been doing world-wise. There's definitely not a rogue AI wandering around causing havoc, as they are wont to do in cyberpunk settings. There is a
A Nazi invasion.
Yeah,
Sorry,
invasion.
Noxy invasion.
an invasion of forces from a theological or a theocratic version of the U.S. These characters are actually in Texas, which is very futuristically cyberpunk, futuristically libertarian.
Yes.
Very internet libertarian.
Which is unfortunate in some ways, but also makes it one of the less shitty places to live.
So we got
Yeah.
Bishop is a hacker that fell out of doing illegal gigs because he screwed one up something bad. We've got Six, who is a simulacrum, think replicant from Blade Runner, that is a gladiator, and the owner, operator, and actual combat medic of Mendoza, Axel.
We have a viewer. Hi.
Hi.
Oh no!
Yay.
If you're confused, don't worry. It's we
We
are too.
We are too. Exactly.
All right, what happened last time?
2 dates and a mystery.
2 dates and a mystery. Yeah, Six patched things up with Sherry.
Yes, very good.
And then some.
And then some.
Yeah.
Yes. Six got laid.
I don't know if Six got laid or Sherry got laid. But
Right, I was going to say maybe we need
I think
to...
probably Sherry got laid.
Yeah.
And then Six's simulacrum / replicant sister, who kind of sort of dates Axel. They've had a weird couple of days. And yeah, there was a date there. And then the mystery was...
Apex. Something.
Errant Apex?
Errant Apex.
Errant Apex
Yeah,
is
that's
the
right.
AI that's running rampant,
Yep.
murdering people,
Yep.
who probably deserve it, to be fair.
To be fair.
It has taken over at least one citywide network.
Yeah. Thought we had established it had taken over 2.
Dallas and Corpus Christi.
Oh, yeah. That's right, dude.
Yeah. Which is no bueno
Indeed.
on a lot of levels. Probably does interesting things to VR MMO experience in those cities.
Indeed.
I mean, maybe.
Coal House Steaks has announced a new line of combat simulacrums.
Yep.
The Republic of Texas has announced their partnership with them. They'll be launched next week.
Yep.
Oh,
and the VP of Coal House Steaks owns both Six and Go, and has been trying to murder them both over the last week. So.
past few weeks.
With clones of themselves.
Yeah.
No, clones of Go.
And/or Axel's best friend.
That's true. That's what
Yeah.
happens when people kidnap your children.
And you don't fucking ask for help.
That's the important part right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just about.
That's pretty
sums
much it,
up.
other than like details, yeah.
Oh,
It was a very roleplay heavy session.
I did not assign my level 70 or 70 XP, I should say.
Advance?
Advance. What do you think? Agility, smart, spirit, strength, or vigor? Bump.
Vigor's never a bad thing.
Because it's currently at D6.
Vigor's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I do.
Because you've
Gives you
already
additional
maxed
point of
out.
toughness.
You've already maxed out smarts.
Unless I wanted to give it a +1.
You have
You can't
encountered
until you hit
multiple...
legendary because it's a special.
Okay.
There's a specific edge for that.
I keep forgetting that. Thank you for reminding me.
You have encountered multiple opponents who have a penchant for biological weapons.
So vigor.
Definitely not the worst thing.
Okay. I appreciate your input. I will do that. Thank you.
Yep. Being harder to kill is not a bad thing at any point.
Definitely makes Six's job easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. God, she's tanked a lot in her short
That's what
life.
you use for
She has tanked a lot.
soaking wounds, right?
It's what you use for soaking wounds. It also factors into your toughness score, so that's going to change.
Oh,
So-
okay.
It'll go up 1 point.
Yep.
That's right, because 6 to 8 is half of that is...
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Happy to help.
Perfect.
Of course.
All right. For anybody else that may still be watching, I had no time to prep in the past 2 weeks, so we're going to wing this.
Woo!
100% winging it.
You have had a month to prep.
That's true.
Yeah, you have.
None of that time was able to be allocated to prepping.
I am just pointing out that
We're
you
just,
had theoretically
making
twice
sure
as much
all-
time as you claimed.
I'm just making sure all of the details are accurate here.
Yes.
No judgment from me. I can't speak for Josh or Chris.
I mean...
When Josh starts running games, he can have judgment.
Exactly.
Why is it again that you don't?
Because I have no fucking time.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
and when you're dealing with Calculus 4 and digital logic synthesis,
I don't
you can then give me shit about that. I spent 7.5 hours yesterday doing one fucking homework assignment.
He did. I was there for part of it.
Most of it.
I did see that.
Not most of it. If it was 7.5 hours, I was only there for like
Half.
2.5. Of
Also,
that.
warning: there will be language.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
I'm sorry, I
Curse a
swear
lot.
enough for all 4 people at this table,
And
which is
it's
good because they mostly don't swear.
Excuse me.
Do we mostly not swear?
Your characters mostly
My
don't.
character mostly doesn't swear. That's
true.
fair. I'm not terribly sweary
Okay,
when I'm in character.
Yeah.
Or 6.
that's what makes it even more remarkable when the character does eventually swear,
That's
like
exactly
Data
right.
does in Star Trek Generations.
Exactly.
I believe we decided that the finals for the gladiatorial arena were Sunday.
Sunday. Yes. Yes, which should be coming up because let's see, date night was Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you all have got some
We've got 48
new
hours.
worrisome information via Bishop. You have got date night just went down. You've got finals coming up, and you've got a little bit of time to yourself to do what you want and probably get into some kind of trouble. Would be my guess.
Wasn't the
I have
only
no
thing
idea
that
what you're
went
talking
down.
about. I would never do anything. Yeah,
It
so
is nice that you both have local police forces and federal agents as friends at this point.
Though we might wind up burning some of those bridges.
I
I
mean,
don't know what you're
friends
talking
is
about. I would never.
loose definition.
No, Angelica loves us. I don't know. What
Angelica
you're
loves us. Agent Morse does not.
Yeah,
She
Ebony's
does
just
after you handed her. After you handed her your sister.
Ebony's probable relationship with you is probably like, I'm glad I didn't have to kill them this week.
Probably.
Yes, that is
That about
probably
sums it up.
That sums it up very nicely.
Yes.
I think.
Yours?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, may I have access to your speaker, sir?
Please do.
That would be great, thanks.
That'd be great. KK, thanks.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Boop, 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 boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
Question.
You eat mini boop.
Answer.
Sean, did you print these character sheets here?
Yes.
Alright, in which case my question is for Chris. How do you override the default border settings for that printer?
It has to have the ability to print to the edge.
See, that printer does not have
Are you saying you want borders?
No,
border
I
lists.
I have borders that I would like to minimize.
Oh.
Like it is overriding the border settings on my resume and things like that, where I want it to drag out close to the edge so I can.
Here's the thing: all printers have if they're not borderless printers, and most are not.
Yeah.
They have a hard set border that you cannot override.
Yeah.
Period. Most of the time, it's a quarter of an inch. I think this is a quarter of an inch.
Mine's feeding out at least 3/4 of an inch.
Okay, so here's what's happening.
Yeah.
You're probably in your software when you tell the page to print, you already have borders set on your page as in InDesign or Illustrator or Word or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably have borders there, but when you go to print, whether you set it explicitly or not, it's set so that it will print fit the page. That will fit it inside of the hard-coded borders in the printer. So it's giving it 2 sets of borders and doubling your borders.
Also, make sure you aren't accidentally printing an A4 size sheet.
That possibly is a thing as well, but less likely.
Yeah.
What you want to do is tell it to print at actual size or 100% size or whatever.
Okay, because I think I do have it all set fit to page, and that would
That'd
do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll fit it inside, not the page, which is misleading, but rather inside
Inside
of the border.
the hardware border, and then
Exactly.
Which explains why.
Also, if you ever needed the printer I have at the office is a borderless printer.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of newer inkjet printers are, especially if they're meant for photography printing. Yeah.
Full bleed, they call it.
Yep.
Bleed in slugs.
Six probably heard that at some point and misunderstood.
Oh, I'm
Full
sure.
bleed?
Yeah.
Like, why would you want that?
Seems extreme for this situation, but okay.
Anyway. I'm done derailing us, I promise.
Are you sure?
I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Buy it for a second.
Lies.
I'm glad you're stepping up your game.
Per
Being
Your
a
lying
liar.
game.
You don't want to be replaced by Sean.
Alright, sorry, I had not.
well, it's.
gotten the audio ready.
I mean, meh.
Meh.
Lies, damn lies, and printer jams.
The Joshua Carey memoirs.
Alright, so by Friday morning, I believe, was when Bishop debriefed everybody about what was going on with the AI.
Yes.
Yeah. That threw everyone.
Yeah,
for
Axel's
the-
making breakfast for everyone, and we're like,
Yes.
fuck.
The bomb drops.
Yeah. A bomb drops.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There are
There are
lot
so
of
many.
bombs.
We've had a lot. Yes.
We're juggling several bombs at once
Yes.
here.
That is what we're doing, yes.
We are juggling live Fat Man rounds from the
Yes.
Fallout universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Banks and Hector have made the executive decision, Banks and Hector being employees of Mendoza, have made the executive decision to run 3 teams on, 1 team off.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to say they're forming a union.
Oh, God.
No, they're getting paid real good, actually.
Yeah, and actually, Mendoza is run as a co-op, so they all
Yeah.
actually have
Share the
stakes
profit.
in. Yeah,
Unheard of in capitalism.
that's not true.
Yeah, I mean, Valve is a company like that.
So
Anyway,
is New Belgium.
So yeah, they're not doing 2 on 2 off anymore. They're rotating. They're basically doing 16-hour shifts
Yeah,
and rotating in and out
yeah,
for the foreseeable future.
yeah. Where you've got 2 on shift, 1 on call, and 1 off at all points.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just an awful way to run crews ragged, but they're making a whole lot of money and not having time to spend it. So there are perks there.
Yeah, exactly. Just thinking of all those sweet, sweet bonuses they'll be getting.
Yeah.
Bonuses.
After all, half of the expenses incurred over this last week and a half or so can be laid squarely at the foot of the Republic, and they'll cough up their
True.
bill.
Oh, did I subtract the obscene amounts of money that Six spent?
Oh, that's you. Okay. I was like, what's going on with the computer, Josh? It come from over
Okay,
there.
I
was
did.
like, what?
Yes, good. I'm still over 100K though, so that's good.
Jesus
Everything's fine.
fucking shit.
Spare bodies are expensive.
Your face is expensive.
It's true. We want to work into it.
Also, let me know how much I owe you for the donuts. And don't say I don't owe you anything. We're both in it. Not
Talk to
free.
talk to Josh about it.
Okay, Josh, let me know how much I owe you for the donuts.
Call it $5.
Okay.
All right.
I just made coffee.
Ugh, stupid fucking negative income. You're gonna have to start actually paying rent.
I pay rent. I have a cost of living of $500.
No. No.
You live in a disheveled closet, despite the fact that you can afford much more than that.
Yes.
No, she lives with Axel.
That's true. I have my own room.
You can assume she's paying you the $500.
I thought you were.
That was my assumption.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
No.
The 500 is going to
That
you.
it
Does
also
it make a dent in your Starship parking?
no, it really does not.
It's expensive to park a Starship
No,
in
I
a
know.
secret research facility. This exotic parking garage is actually off the books.
Yeah.
It's
officially
officially leased to a number company and yada yada yada.
Exactly.
Yeah, wasn't Royce the one?
No,
Royce
Frank was.
the one last time that was just like had the real talk about how much Six must have, money wise, and how much she spent on that date.
and then Axel's just like, she's only paying me what?
Royce is like shipping you guys now, and he is very invested. And
that's what I gathered last session, that most of the Mendoza crew is very invested in Six's relationship.
How can you not be? It's adorable.
It's pretty adorable.
For certain values of.
Yeah. So, Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Roy's brought up with Axel how Sherry's awfully scatterbrained for somebody who runs a narcology.
Why is it going to take 3 days to get the money to you, Josh?
Mm-hmm. Is it an ACH transfer instead of a card to card?
Under your Gmail account, right?
Yeah. Which sees use regularly.
Well, it says it could take up to 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no,
that is their standard disclaimer.
Oh, okay. I'd never seen that before. I don't think.
Up to 3 days is their standard disclaimer.
Yeah.
All right.
In most cases, it shows up in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's raining.
Lovely.
I wish it was.
A lot. It's one of those jags the weather gets into these days.
Fantastic. I mean, see-through raincoat.
Which Six actually wears clothes underneath, which kind of throws everybody off a little.
Which if you have printed off the free version, it actually displays advertisements constantly to other people. You become a walking billboard.
So now it really does look like Blade Runner downtown, man.
Yeah.
With the umbrellas and the...
I really like that idea that had not picked up on at first, that if you have just a basic tap and no tap services, you are basically unfiltered for ads constantly.
Which is one of the reasons that Axel wears sunglasses all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Does 250 credits a month sound ridiculous for blocking ads? Yes, it does. Until you have to deal with it for a month, and then you're like, fuck!
Or, you could just sign up for a 4-year hitch with the Texas military and exempt yourself.
That's true.
Which, Axel would still be in the military if Lambering hadn't gotten nowhere. How was he supposed to know it was his new CO's wife at the fucking club? She came on to me, man. All of these things are not helping him try and diffuse the rage of his new CO.
No.
All right. So we're going to assume that you have just gotten Bishop's debrief. What would you like to do?
Freak out?
A lot of that.
The only crew, Mendoza crew here is the one that's asleep in the bunks.
Yeah.
We're going to say Charlie.
Because they don't actually have...
Charlie's asleep in the bunks.
All right. Well, if I remember correctly, Six had showed up to breakfast in her Ravenlock armor.
Mm-hmm.
So excellent. Are we having breakfast? Breakfast happened. Done. Good. Did we eat while he was talking?
I mean, I've been cooking and eating. I've been feeding people because
Perfect.
primarily Bishop, because it looks like he hasn't slept or ate in about 3 days.
Right. For once. Yes.
Yeah, when you understand the implications of certain things, it has an effect on you.
Yeah.
Which is odd because he has actually gotten some rest recently, as I recall.
Everybody did sort of get some rest.
Yeah.
Finally. Yes. Six finally slept.
So, yeah.
All right. Well.
What was that?
Military transport. There's a lot of them lately.
Yeah. Because, Amarillo's been declared an actual no-shit war zone.
A lot of border towns have.
All right, well, Six is going to grab her copy of Moby Dick and head out.
Hey. Where the fuck are you going?
Carmen's?
Really? Now?
Yeah. Why not now?
This is followed by a muttered stream of Spanish invective that I cannot
You
duplicate.
cannot duplicate, yes.
I got that, I got that, I got that. I got that. And then the next one's going to be down here somewhere. That one.
Do you have the sheet?
I do.
I don't.
Do you have the sheet?
I have something similar though. I think printed out.
I did at one point. I do not know where it is.
Okay,
now.
that's for you then.
Sweet, thank you.
It was a hacking chapter thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blessedly streamlined these days.
Comparatively, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right.
Sound being skippy.
It's poorly looped.
Probably.
That's probably true, yeah.
It seems to be
Dude does do
regular.
it for free. So,
Bless him.
right?
Sounds like white noise now. It just
Well,
And it's
that's
lovely. I love rain.
yeah. That's what rain does
Yeah.
after a certain point. But
Why is there a wind chime, though? That's driving me batty.
I have 15 varieties of rain.
That's
through,
fine.
Roy's likes them.
space.
God damn it, Royce.
wait.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
She.
That Royce was he.
No, Roy's is a he. You're thinking of the lazy one.
Glenn. No. Cyrus.
Cyrus, yep.
No. They're both seasonal. Oops.
Yeah, so, yes.
Going to Carmen's.
Yeah, so, acts of curse. Six stands there for a minute. Keeps going out the door. Not if he's not going to say anything further.
Can you give me a couple hours? Fuck's sake.
Why?
It didn't. Really? Why?
I'm your employer, and I'd like to get a full day's of work out of you.
You still have 3 hours on your shift, that's why. No. You don't want to come with and end up like Starbuck. Just turn around. Start walking out again.
Who the fuck is Starbuck?
Read a book!
Go fuck yourself! I have shit to do! Fine. Well, there goes all of the tinkering that Axel was planning on doing before we left for Carmen's.
You still trying to stop Six?
6!
What?
I was planning on actually going. I've just got some shit I need to work on first.
Like what?
Like, taking those ridiculous whips out of that fucking suit of armor. Jesus Christ.
Frank's armor?
Yeah.
Did he give that to you?
It's still here. I figure if it survives
nice.
the ordeal, we can give it back.
Okay. But, I mean, maybe I should talk to her first.
Yeah, no. Because if you go talk to her, you're not coming back.
I mean, I might.
I'm not laying a bet on those odds. Like, Axel turns to go, I'm not crazy here, right?
Okay, let's clear. Oh, no. I would assume that she has intensely increased the amount of security that she has at the house. Assuming that's where you were going.
Yeah, but that would only be a problem if I was trying to kill her.
True.
I finished Moby Dick.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
We like to talk about books. She has me read a book, and I read it, and then we talk about it. I finished Moby Dick. We should talk about it. Right?
I can't even begin to explain why that's a poor idea.
Yeah, I have not the words.
Okay, so Go has also got this whole, like, trying to figure out who she is thing. She's like, but that's your choice, so call if you need help?
She's going to need help. They're going to try and extract her brain as soon as she walks in the door. They sent one of you to kill her less than 3 days ago.
Looks like she has a little bit of trouble with that for a second. She's
There's
like,
been at least 2 goes trying to kill me.
By my count, we're up to 3.
That sounds about right.
well, we got into this situation together, so I guess I should probably go with you.
No, you should definitely not go with me.
Because they sent Frank to try and extract your brain. So
So
two of you going by yourselves is not an option I'm willing to discuss.
I'm sorry, did I say by ourselves?
I assumed by yourselves.
She looks like she's having
'Cause
trouble keeping something off her
she's-
face, and she goes, and what does that make you?
The same asshole I am every day.
I was going to say it makes an ass out of you and me, but I read that recently. It was funny. Wordplay.
Yes. There's more muttered cursing in Spanish.
She kind of looks over at Six, and she's like,
6 does not get it.
Actually,
I feel like she shoots a little blurb for the joke over to you.
so Axel's just like, look,
Like, wordplay just goes over 6's head. Like, she's good at number jokes.
Right.
Word jokes, no. They're...
So Axel's just like, look, give me a couple hours to retrofit my rifle and swap out the whips on that suit of armor for the claws that Not Go tried to murder you with, and then I'll suit up and we can go.
Fine. Carmen doesn't like you, though.
No shit. I'm not
She
planning on
I feel
neutral.
like it's antagonistic.
I'm not walking in until somebody starts shooting things. So, if I show up, it's going to be antagonistic. And will have already been.
I could just bring the puppy.
No.
I got him some armor.
Corgi barding.
That's a thing?
My friend Bill did it. She's just met Bill when she went in for corgi armor.
She was like, built it or Bill did it? Bill did it.
I want to have Bishop say something like, did you have to pay a microtransaction fee for that? Or something, but that would be not in the universe, so... You know.
No, it definitely is. Microtransactions are definitely a thing. These days, buying the base game is permission to buy microtransactions. Deadlands is rife with that shit.
I just remember the
Yeah.
stink that rose out of Skyrim's horse armor microtransaction thing years ago. You
Elder
remember
Scrolls?
that? You weren't for that? You ever for that?
I don't remember. No.
I think it was when Skyrim, shortly after it released, they released horse armor, but you had to pay for it.
Wow, I don't remember that at all, and maybe just because I'm morally opposed to microtransactions.
Oh,
that
it was
I just
all over the
skipped
news.
it.
Well, it was not
Towards
general
the
news,
beginning of
really.
that whole
Gaming
thing.
news. Yeah.
Yeah.
I skipped it.
Do you monitor comms feeds for your teams?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there is never a point where Axel is not wired into, like...
Probably have like notifications pop up for certain events that happen.
Axel has requisitioned basically a small unit CNC program, command and control program, so that he can, like, he is flagged as the CO for all of these groups, so that if anything goes well and truly sideways with any of them, he is immediately informed.
Alpha's feed kicks up red flags. They have a squad member down and flatlined. They have extracted their target successfully, and are currently in the process of escaping via VTOL.
Okay.
But they did lose a team member.
How flatlined are we talking?
Dead.
Okay. Like, Axel cannot do anything about it. Dead.
Like dead. Like shot in the head.
Oh. Well, shit.
Who was on Alpha?
I have that list somewhere.
I've got it right here. Oh, Alpha is Cyrus, Drick, and 2 newbies. So we're gonna go with
D4.
Yep. One is Cyrus, Drick is 2, and the nubs are 3 and 4. Nub number 1, bid it.
Well, that was probably the rookie bodyguard.
Well, you know what? Cyrus is probably being a lazy fuck. We've learned some important life lessons.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, if he was a bodyguard, he was doing his job, I guess.
That is true.
Most likely.
Yep.
Aw,
Yeah, they
maybe.
critically failed their combat roll.
Oosh. Oosh.
Which made the other rolls harder, but the other rolls they passed, so...
Oh, well, that's good.
Motherfucker.
Sounds like Susan. She passes all the superfluous rolls, and when it gets to something critical,
I like that I can basically roll a quick encounter for your teams and see what happened.
that is nice. I need to go clean my glasses.
Josh, how are you doing on coffee?
I could do with some more.
You don't want s'mores at this hour.
The hell I don't.
S'mores at this hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you get a call on your tap, and it's Cyrus.
Thank you.
She's like, "Hey, boss."
Yeah.
You've got streets flying by in the background.
What the fuck happened?
So we had a soldier in an alleyway we were treating, and me and the nub. I guess that's disrespectful. Fuck, what was
Very.
his name? We're covering both sides of the alley, and he got caught in a suppressive fire maneuver. We were able to get the soldier out though.
Fine.
He talked about his sister sometimes. I think once we report to the authorities, we're gonna see if we can find the next of kin and maybe stop by and talk to them. Or I didn't know if maybe you wanted to do that. If we can totally handle it.
I'll take care of it.
I mean, Drick's not very smart, but he talks good, so like we can do that.
I'll take care of it.
Cyrus just taking initiative for something.
She drew the short straw.
Alright. You have to tell Axel.
Yeah. You get to make that call.
Yeah, that's fair.
Smooth.
That's good recovery, though.
Yeah, very.
The building was struck by a bomb!
Oh god, Mark.
Everyone tossed towards the window.
Worst timed Star Trek maneuver ever.
They still do that.
Yes, I know.
Just with more stunt coordination.
Yeah. So, axle size. Make that 3 hours.
She could do a lot of trying to kill us in that time.
Yeah, well. Everybody needs a day off and we don't get them, so. We just lost one of our new hires.
She put bells on them.
What? They're not cats.
Okay.
Six thinks you actually lost where they were.
They're dead.
Oh,
They got shot in the head.
that's not good. That's the worst place to get shot.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
So now I've got to go inform the next of kin.
That is your team arriving back at base.
Damn it, I meant to go clean my glasses and I didn't. I'm going this way.
They come out of the air pad rolling a stretcher, and there's a lot of gore under one end of the sheet.
Yeah, that's going to be a closed casket.
Cyrus is like, you have no idea. She kind of reads the room a little bit and is like, I'm gonna go prep the body.
Yeah.
Or I guess Drick will. Or Drick's like, yeah, I'm gonna go prep the body. She tells him to go prep the body. Do I need to talk about this? Go prep the body, Drick. Oh, okay. And they leave and let you all have your whatever this conversation is that's going on.
So. That's useless. That's useless. Really? You can't apply mega damage as a bonus to smite? That's bullshit.
That's a risk thing.
No, there's a heavy weapon upgrade as part of the modular spell system.
Yeah, it's a universal.
No, it's not. These have the viable. Apparently, have the viable.
Right, but there are common modifications too,
No, okay,
like selective for areas of effect and stuff like that.
gotcha. Okay.
So, are we gonna go tell their family and then you're gonna do repairs, or the other way around?
Right about the time you get a call from Banks.
Oh no.
Yeah, Banks.
I just saw the team feed for Alpha.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. I know you well enough at this point that you're gonna try and go talk to that kid's family. Don't. You have plenty going on. Hector and I can take care of it.
It's my job.
Learn to fucking delegate, boss! Good. We done?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Click.
And now Axel is suddenly very thankful that he never actually got to got promoted above low-level NCO because he never had to do this professionally.
Yeah, it would suck.
The whole delegation and yada yada yada. Well, scratch that. Hector and Banks are going to go inform next to Ken. So,
That's good. Banks is way better at talking than most people.
on thin ice.
It's raining, that's not.
Axel just walks out of the room and gets to work on his modifications.
Six is gonna follow him. She has literally nothing better to do right now than
Those
just stare at
suits are
Axel.
really modular.
Yeah,
It would take you an hour plus a repair roll if you could raise takes you half an hour.
yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Is I'm operating on the assumption that once you've got like an integrated gauntlet design that works, you just apply it to everything.
Yep.
So you're able to just swap out.
There's literally like a separate wrist ring that is
Yeah.
for that. There's like a compartment and like the actual thing that connects it to the suit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
and then the spool for the mono whip runs along the inside
Yeah,
of
it
that
takes
ring.
up about the same amount of room that the storage for the blades would.
Yeah, and so Axel just like swaps one out for the other, throws the mono whip gauntlets at 6, just like, don't cut yourself in half.
Yes.
Right, retrofit external power source. He just slaps a battery in each of them.
Yeah, give me a repair roll, see how fast you can take care of it.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go with this and well, that gets me to a 4.
Yeah, takes you an hour.
Yeah. And Axel's close enough to Frank's size that he can probably get in the suit and use it without having to do anything in the tailoring department.
It's got a one of the inner layers is like a an inflatable metamaterial.
Yeah.
that it,
Takes up.
you need to
slack
put
with-
it on, and give it time to scan you.
Yeah.
and it'll fit itself.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to be within plus or minus of the person
Right.
who's originally.
There are sizes, but yeah,
Yeah.
it is that size fits all
It's like a
reasonable
plug
people.
suit. It's like a plug suit.
Yeah.
Evangelion.
Yeah.
It does it very gently, so
Yeah.
it takes it about 10 minutes. But yeah,
Yeah. And then Axel is also going to take his. Hang on a second. He's going to do some fiddling with his multi-rifle.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to ditch the grenade launcher, but keep the close assault weapon, the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to swap the AR barrel out for a DMR barrel.
Okay.
So, just going to have to kind of futz around here. So I'm going to go with...
What are we gonna do about the AI?
Now you're asking questions?
I'm curious, and I'm bored.
That gets the largest eye roll possible as Axel groans and goes back to what he was doing.
I don't even remember where we left off on that. Especially with, I mean, I know Bishop had announced it, but I thought he had some sort of plan in the works for tackling this issue. Or maybe he didn't. I don't remember.
I think you basically had enough time to come back and tell everybody about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would probably do
just find
some really hinky things to, like I said, attach network services in those places.
Oh, you
Didn't I have a clue led me
Yeah,
somewhere
there was a
else?
reason why it went to those specific cities. It had found
remnants of previous AI.
Right, there was.
Oh, that's right.
There was one AI,
Sandra
Antonio.
and Steve.
Antonio, who someone tried to delete and did a poor job of it and
Ended up just
fragmented the
fragmenting
personality
it. Yeah.
into 3 separate AI.
Oh, 3? I thought it was just 2.
Yeah, 2 of them are already gone.
Sandra and Steve were. I don't know why they're named Sandra and Steve, but they are. And were lesser fragments of the
your
whole.
weapons reference sheet?
Okay.
for-
Antonio was the original.
Antonia?
Antonio.
Like my list?
Okay.
Yes, because I need the sniper rifle off of it.
Oh,
So
it might be on the
masculine.
front one.
Also, you've seen models of
it should be on
code
that one.
of what constitutes an AI, and in the amount of time that was taken, you don't even understand how it's possible for someone to have subverted those systems like that. Because the one we went to originally was Sandra, and she was housed in an entire server facility.
So I'm just kind of winging it
Unless,
here.
yeah, I was written by another AI. Or it was just a rehash of one that was thought to have been deleted. It was not.
What, Aaron Apex?
If they started from
That would
San
explain how
Antonio?
they came up with it so fast.
maybe. That's a distinct possibility. And it
Anyway,
would
these are
also
just
explain the
theories.
grudge.
Also, like there was a Runenberg employee involved in blockchain party, so
Yeah. Which we
They're-
still haven't.
really good at cryptography and high level code and stuff like that. But you would, yeah.
Really? AP2? That's what you got? That's dumb.
Yeah.
On an anti-material rifle.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any leads as to where to find Aaron Apex or where to go from here. Is that right?
You would
Basically just have to.
like in character. I would think that and like being an investigator and everything, you've got 2 out of 3 who have been found and subverted. There's a third still floating around. You feel like probably wouldn't be a bad idea to try and track down Antonio. And probably
I don't even remember tracking down Sandra and Steve.
you track
We
down.
didn't.
So when Aaron Apex first escaped, that was that whole "Who am I" thing that was hitting the city infrastructure, and you got snippets of its base code, and you'd set some of your sprites up to troll the infrastructure networks for examples of that
Right,
code.
signature, yeah.
So you have like basically its footprint.
Yeah. So I'm kind of in a holding pattern until something triggers that search and we find that footprint.
Or you track down Antonio.
To confirm that one wasn't the other. So there's the edit that I made to hybridize that in a sniper rifle. Just assuming that it meets with your...
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
DMR wouldn't be auto though, right? Oh, sorry. Auto means semi-auto.
Yeah, it means that you can fire it more than once in a series of actions.
Right. So you can double tap it.
Yeah.
Which do you have double tap?
No. Do have marksman and rangefinder software though, so I can hit a motherfucker a good ways out.
Yeah.
Do have marksman and rangefinder.
Okay, make sure that's still running.
Is all of the video coming through okay?
Yeah,
With the,
seems to be.
Okay.
I guess it was not looking well or something to you.
No, I was just making sure that my laptop wasn't fucking everything up.
Doesn't appear to me.
Excellent. Happy to help. That
There
is
are some-
damn good.
Yeah.
What was it?
It's
Reese's Pieces and
yeah, it's Reese's Pieces and peanut butter chunks. If you want to try a chunk of it, okay.
There are some days when I wish I had a laptop in this one.
What?
So I saw a meme. This police officer talking to the brother of a murder victim. Can you confirm that's your brother? That's my brother. Are you sure? His body was hacked up real bad. Those are definitely Reese's Pieces. Or are you sure that's your brother, Reese? The body was hacked up. Those are definitely Reese's Pieces.
Boo!
Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad.
But yeah, all right.
How'd the rolls go?
Oh, I didn't make the second roll for the rifle.
You have military experience. You don't need a roll for that.
And it's designed to be a modular rifle anyway.
yeah, you 100%
Yeah, so long as I had the barrel and the receiver on hand, it's a 5-minute swap.
Also, a quick detour. What was that guy's name that's in the character's name in the latest season of The Good Place? The one that was a CEO and when
Brent.
Brent.
Yeah.
I think
That's the most
CEO
name ever.
Yeah, no kidding. I think he is meant to be Brett Kavanaugh, essentially. The writers decided to write Brett into the show and then exaggerate everything about him.
That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, he's a very
Oh my god.
fragile white guy.
Wow.
So many different Synthwave playlists. Got chill ones, got action ones, got chase ones.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so takes Axel just a little bit over an hour to do what he said he was going to do, and then hop into the suit of armor to let it adjust itself. And
Were you going to make any repairs to any of your vehicles? I do believe the muscle car still has 2 wounds.
I think it has 1.
Yeah, I believe we got it down to 1 last session.
Yeah, because
Like I was helping. I was not.
you were not helping.
Put the thing on the bit.
Yeah, no. Six is just lying there like playing
What's
with
hilarious is I feel like she's actually correct about what she's saying. She doesn't know any of the terminology, so she just gets eye rolls. But it's like that obviously fits right there.
No, she's probably like lying upside down on something, playing with the puppy.
That's true.
Helping.
Well, for the repairs, she was asleep. She was knocked the fuck out.
Oh, that's right. That's when I failed my roll.
Yep. Where the fuck did I put those notes? Because I had the notes for damage and repairs
Car.
for the
We
car.
go through this every time. It's right there.
Oh, there it is.
Highlighted or something.
That's why I can't find it. It's on the back of a page, and I never use the back of a fucking page.
Do you want a corgi post-it note for it?
I think I do. So yes,
Would you like peppy, butt, or sleepy?
sleepy.
Good choice.
What are the stats for?
My car.
Different. Oh. So
The
do
muscle
you
car.
have a Cargi posted?
I do not.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Oh god, this one. Okay, that one's bad. Hold on. Oh, sorry. His name is Whiskey.
His name is Whiskey.
Toby, Rufus, and Whiskey. I'm not kidding. It's
Still-
right there.
I love that.
Still
have
perfect.
their own names.
All right.
What were the names again? Right.
Toby, Rufus, and Whiskey.
Okay. That'd be funny if they were words from the phonetic alphabet.
Yes, it would be
Whiskey
much funnier if they were like Whiskey Tango and Foxtrot. Yes.
Yeah.
Which are all great names for corgis, by the way.
It's true.
Yeah.
What?
Just some of the things that are in this Starship soundboard.
Oh.
Close enough.
Okay, so where we landed, out of character, where we landed on the AI thing is, we don't know.
I mean,
So I'm doing whatever sort of magic Bishop does to track down
Computer
where
magic.
Antonio is.
So you
Yeah,
can. So
exactly.
since computer networks
I
are
have
so
no idea how
ubiquitous,
we would
you
do
can
this.
you can network with the hacker community, which would be the same thing as hitting the street to do that.
yeah. So
You can
streetwise.
You can take the persuasive approach, which is the polite approach, or you can take the fuck you, I'll break all your shit approach, which is intimidation.
I will crash all of your servers
Crash
10
all
times
of your...
over
Yes.
in a microsecond.
Yeah, so you're basically talking to your colleagues, compatriots, and
Peers.
antagonists, your
Yes.
peers.
I
Yeah.
wish I had intimidation instead of persuasion.
That would be appropriate for mission.
Yes, it would.
Oh well. We'll go with roll with what we got.
Alright. So, networking.
So
Yeah. So I had one wound. So I'm gonna make
Hold on,
one
there's a
repair
specific
roll.
way to do this, I'm about to tell you.
That was just spend the time and resources.
Persuasion, the nice way. You know your peers. You're like, if you like threatening people can be effective if you can back it up. You ain't got time for that shit. Characters use persuasion to socialize within their various social circles for information or favors. When used in this way, persuasion isn't a single exchange but several hours of networking, hobnobbing, carousing, drinks, gifts, bribes, or entertainment. This might represent time at the office, a series of meetings with important people, or most commonly an evening or dinner and drinks. That's not necessarily that's not necessarily how this is going. It's just remember you're probably largely doing this on like chat rooms and forums.
Especially if he has to resort to contacting
Now,
Marion or Lisa.
That being said, money talks, and you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. The saying goes, a character with a little lucre to spread around adds +2 to her networking attempt by spending money on better bribes, gifts, or whining and dining her contacts, or pay data. You have a nice archive of pay data you can hand out.
I've already sold all that shit though.
That's true, but
Doesn't mean you don't have copies of it.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you can also just straight up pay somebody. Or offer a small favor. Or that kind of thing.
Call street cred.
You do know Famous Gladiator.
Get you tickets to a bout.
The finals.
What the fuck did I do with my pencil?
It is right here.
I wonder what they would call that in the final battle in Gladiator thing, because it's World Series, it's a Game 7, and football it's Super Bowl, and
In wrestling, it's WrestleMania.
Yeah. So what would it be for?
Man, that's a good question.
I have no opinions about this.
Anyway,
Part of me thinks it should just be called Fighterama.
That's not bad.
Or just go with the classic Thunderdome or something.
Thunderdome. They probably thought about that once, and then they're like, "That's really going to limit our options to like screwing people over by putting a bunch of extra shit on the field."
Also, we just don't have that many bungee cords.
And we don't have any bungee cords. That shit's expensive.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a bungee cord that's designed to restrain 380 pounds in motion?
Yeah.
No. Shit's expensive.
Yeah, it's got to deal with biggins and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Biggins.
Those bastards are heavy.
Yep.
I feel like Bishop's not the sort of person who will resort to owing anyone anything, favors or whatever. So he would rather
Just outright buy whatever it is he
wine
needs.
and dine them or whatever. Something to upfront pay for.
I mean, he's very attractive.
He is.
It's true.
And
It's not his intended use, but
I love you all.
there's also the non-zero chance that this third AI, rather than that, he would have found out that his two counterparts have gotten eaten, for lack of a better term, and he went into hiding in plain sight, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Drop himself into a different server cluster that is used for a different thing entirely, and just kind of blend in.
I wouldn't have expected him to do anything else. Actually, just
Yeah.
he could go anywhere, disguise himself as anything.
Yeah,
Or
but he was
itself.
made by humans in their image. So whatever he's disguising himself as is probably human-esque.
Not it.
What?
Said not it.
She's
one
not
of us.
Antonio.
Any one of us could be Antonio.
Oh.
Who goes there? So I feel like one way to accomplish what Bishop wants
Also,
to do
but
is
none of us
to
would have the processing power to run it.
tap one of his contacts, one that
I mean,
would be
that you know.
happy to help him, especially.
I
if
mean, you've
he
probably seen enough of Six's
does wine
insights
and
to know
dine.
it's not her.
Yeah.
Okay, so largely
And-
you want to bring in
and
contacts
bishops.
to help you with stuff.
He got blown apart with a grenade.
This is someone that could help you network with your peers, but you're still going to need to do the networking.
Okay, so it's a separate.
It's
thing.
yeah. You're going to spend a few hours hitting chat rooms and forums and Tom's Hardware and that kind of thing. And
Technomart.
corporate white hat communities and stuff like that.
Ooh, are you doing socializing? It's way more interesting than watching Axel putter around with stuff.
He's not announcing it to everyone.
Fine.
Hey everyone, I'm doing socializing.
I'm going out for some socializing. I'll be back. Light socializing.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So just to explain what the actual results could be, a success will get you most of what you're looking for, although it may take some time, money, or something like that to grease the wheels. A raise will outright get you everything you need. Failure means that everything was in vain and you don't find anything. A critical failure means that you're cut off from that particular group for a while.
Wow. I feel like probably there's a subculture and forum where some of these people, it's a very private community where people don't want to be unmasked. They're very much anonymous, but they know a lot of shit.
People who are explicitly researching AI.
In order to get in there, you're going to have to pay up front to be, a part of that community.
Or you prove outright.
That's probably where he's going to actually put up whatever money this requires.
I have an idea.
Get in that community and ask them and find out what he needs to know.
So you need to find that community first.
Okay, that sounds good.
Also, given the rest of the hour, the Challenger is back up and
Excellent.
operating. Though, it was all just rebalancing everything to redistribute the weight differential from the old material and the new one. It's lighter and stronger. Armor composites.
Rotate and balance the tires.
Always. Well, do you rotate the tires if you've got different sizes front and back? Do you just
I
flip?
think you just flip-flop them. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. They still call it rotating though, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't just take one off and put it on the other side. You have to actually dismount the tire entirely and put it on the other wheel.
And it also depends if the treads are those directional kind of treads.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
if they're directional treads, you have to take them off of the wheel entirely and then put them on the other wheel so that they're still facing the right way.
You're right, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you a staged quick encounter. So I'm gonna need 3 rolls from you. I'm gonna need research to find this community. I'm gonna need a hack and roll to get through some booby traps / tests that they have set up, and then finally your persuasion roll to see if they can get you that network information.
That
so
sounds very
this is a
plausible.
little bit of a narrative back and forth. All right.
Yeah.
So where would you research on the net to find people who are into AI to an extent that they legally shouldn't be?
4chan /r / definitely not an AI.
Not an AI.
So, yeah, something like that. I'm sure that Bishop's already a part of several communities out there that are just free for all. Everyone is a part of them. But he probably knows that there are some of the forums on it that are frequented by people who seem to be a little less scrupulous than others, you know?
Or asking questions that are specific in a certain way.
Like, I know this one guy on there, he seems to have the attitude of someone who knows a little bit more than he probably should. So maybe I'll kind of DM that person or whatever it is in this setting. And maybe a couple of others as well, that kind of thing.
You give me a research roll to find, see if you can find them.
Use your existing resources to find new resources.
Yeah, to actually find where this community does things, yeah.
Yeah. And that's which one? Research.
Which this does count as investigating, so you do get your investigator bonus for it.
Yeah, that's true. It is. Hey, that would be an 11.
With a raise, so that actually is going to make your next phase a little bit easier.
You ran into a guy and he's like, "Shh, you're not on that board already?" All right.
Dude, I already thought you were there, man.
So, okay, you find a couple of users that are asking, spread across a couple different sites that are asking.
Would come back saying, well, of course I'm already there, but, I got to act like I'm a new person there. Yeah.
Right.
We'll go with that.
So you find a series of questions on like the equivalent of Quora, Reddit, and 4chan that are written in a really similar prose style, and the questions are pretty innocuous by themselves, but combined, they're seeking the answer to a problem that you really shouldn't be having unless you're trying to code something very, very, very advanced, which you would know because you definitely didn't code an AI.
Definitely didn't.
Definitely not.
Yeah, so this is there's you can backtrace this guy's accounts to a specific place on the global data net if you would like, and you're going to run into what is basically not exactly a firewall, but like I don't know how you would implement like a firewall around a community forum. But it is essentially a
firewall
series of mathematical tests and honeypots and stuff like that. You do run the risk of actually being injured doing this by biofeedback and stuff like that. Because something that can happen is if you run into some bad intrusion countermeasures, it can actually heat up your tap and hurt your brain.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's why we don't strap things directly to the spinal columns.
Yeah, that's generally a bad idea. But you did really well in that research roll, so you were actually not going to have a penalty on your hacking roll here.
Okay.
And Artemis, since Artemis is who I'm assuming runs your tap, then Artemis may assist you.
Okay, good. Yeah, that helps out. So hacking is the 12, and Artemis has hacking 8.
She gets her own wild
She got her
die.
own wild die. Thank you. Always need to be reminded. Hey. So she doesn't help, but I get hacking has +1, so that's an 11 again.
Okay.
Damn.
Nice. Your cutter would apply to this as well.
I think
That
that's
is
where
the
he got the
+1.
line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 11. Let's see.
So I need to hash out.
Yes. So you have you basically get to
So
a.
it's like with that raise, it's like he gets to halfway through the questions, and it's like his next answer is, "Look, I know what you're asking for. Here's the final answer for mine. Let's just get to the end."
Just like, I ain't got time for this shit. Here, he just runs the rest of the sequence through, and it's just like, blah.
So it's a sprite that runs this system.
Yeah.
That's testing and everything. By the way, sprites have personalities. Interestingly, a little twist to this, just as note for Interface 0 3.0. If you are actually physically in proximity to the place where a sprite software is housed, you can use everyday social skills against them to try and convince them to let you do stuff. You're like, I will break your fucking hard drive. And I'm like, my bad. Come right on in. Which I thought was hilarious.
That's amazing.
Anyway.
Yeah, that is actually pretty cool.
Six is gonna have so many sprite friends.
Oh god. Friends.
It's like internet friends.
And I actually really like that approach. It's pretty funny. I mean, if they're across the world in a server somewhere, they're not gonna give a
Yeah,
fuck.
but if they're housed in the server cluster on the other side of this door,
yeah, exactly.
I'm getting through this door one way or the other.
You've got a chem scanner, right? What's in my backpack? Oh, that's a lot of high explosives. Yes, it is.
I can save some just for you.
What was it? I remember George Carlin once saying. He said the amount of an asshole that a person is directly proportional to the distance you are from them at the moment you make that realization. So someone on TV is really an asshole. Someone across from you on the street is pretty much an asshole. Someone saying next to you in line is like, this guy's an asshole.
Yes, exactly.
Accurate. All right, so you've gotten your way into this community forum. It's we're gonna say it's like an old school BBS type deal, except you don't have to dial into it. And there are people openly talking
They'd
about.
probably make it look like a BBS though.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Longing for the good old days.
Yeah, the virtual space is like literally like a little wood paneled room with like an old composite sawdust desk and like a CRT computer with a keyboard.
Running a buck or something.
Yeah,
on it,
and it doesn't even have a mouse or anything. It's
Just a terminal.
Yep, just a dumb terminal.
But there are all the topics are very openly talking about AI and a lot. Some of it's basics, but a lot of it is actually like stuff that you're not supposed to be talking about.
Ever.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
why we have the gateway.
This is where you would have your opportunity to make your networking rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, socializing. Put those away. That's a D8, unfortunately.
So
Like one of the thread topics
I did have a
is
+2. I guess that's from my appearance and all.
one of the thread topics is what is the best way to convince an AI that you are friendly, so that you can have a conversation with it.
rather than get ed up.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Almost all of the responses are don't.
Yeah. For the love of God, do not.
One of the oldest threads going is how to keep your AI on a leash or something like that.
Uh-huh.
From becoming.
Yep.
I'm speaking of which.
So
Hey, that's 9 with the +2 on there. Yeah. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
speed.
Yeah, so you spend a couple of hours in here having some conversations, swapping some like basic software and stuff like that, like some some algorithms and that kind of thing, and you kind of insinuate yourself. This is a very high-speed community. And
maybe there's a little bit of a historical interest as well, saying, I heard about this old AI here or something. This is something that's well known, isn't it, or not? The Sandra,
maybe not common knowledge to the everyday person, but anyone
in
who's
this
steeped
place,
in. Yeah. I mean, it is known that there are that like Sharon, Charon, whatever, however the fuck you pronounce that,
Chiron,
is a thing, and that so the people in the community here actually have discussions about that sometimes, and they think that Texas's AI and Chiron were probably the same base code at some point.
So they start at the same base and then just evolve.
Base code is just the DNA of it, and not so much.
And then who that person becomes after is
entirely up to experiences and stuff like that. Yeah.
Something tells me that Chiron had a really shitty set of people working with it.
Yeah.
This almost sounds exactly like my Twitch streams music that played.
It does
during start and BRB.
Yes.
Streams.
So you can you don't even have to spend any money or anything, but like you know enough about this stuff that it's obviously like, okay, you have something to contribute here, so people will openly talk to you about things. Ultimately, nobody really knows where Antonio is housed, but they think he's in or around San Antonio.
Originated, or where he was never caught. Right, I guess. There's nothing in the history books about that.
Correct.
But, like where he was last seen, where he frequented, things like that.
The consensus is that he's somewhere around San Antonio.
Okay. That doesn't really narrow it down much, I guess. But.
It does narrow it down to a specific city's network.
Yeah.
And then make it faster to find with a search,
As you're participating in this conversation, you get a DM from somebody that it's like, I'm not sure, but I think I ran across him briefly and caught a snippet of his just.
Are you trying to tell me Antonio's in San Antonio? Really?
Question. Where are the Deadlands Central servers housed?
Tombstone.
That's fitting.
Yeah, I can see it. Wait, no. Not fitting.
No.
Everything from the west of New Mexico west is a nuclear wasteland. Like, you can't have a server cluster out there and expect it to last any length of time.
Says you.
Shows the setting book.
This is deep underground. And
Deadwood would also be. What did you say? West of the Mississippi?
No, west New Mexico and west.
So west of Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, Deadwood.
Where is Deadwood?
In Oklahoma, I think.
Oh, good. It's in the NAC. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Deadwood's in South Dakota. That's appropriate.
something we all.
Yeah.
This is where Crazy Horse is, right?
Yeah.
They will all have to go visit that one town that they shoot all westerns there, or not all, but many westerns there. It's not a real town or anything. They built it anyway. They would like Back to the Future Part 3 was filmed there, and I don't know how many other things were filmed there too. But it's like dead quiet. There's no one that lives there or anything. No traffic, obviously.
It's literally a ghost town.
Pretty much.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna go with. I'm going to liberally steal from Logan's the Logan's Run novels. The server farm for Deadlands is in a carved out part of the Crazy Horse Mountain.
Nice.
It's sitting in there. The company that runs it, we're gonna I don't know what it would be called. Fuck it, it's Pinnacle.
I think it actually is Pinnacle.
That would make sense. Has hollowed out the Crazy Horse monument, and that's where their server farm is. Yeah.
Sure it has adequate cooling.
Nothing.
Definitely does in the winter.
Yeah.
In the Logan's Run novels, that's where the
Or
AI
like-
that runs the entire society is housed. which that may be coming out of pre-production hell at some point in the near future.
What, a new Logan's Run movie?
TV show.
Oh.
Did it with Westworld, so...
Yep.
All right,
And Dark
so
Crystal, that was a good series too, by the way.
I haven't watched it yet. I need to.
I had it set up to download, but I think I set it for 4K and it hasn't been released on 4K yet, at least on my sources anyway. So I could just do the AB version. That would be for me.
So...
Yeah, so you get someone that that private messages you and says that they think they've logged a snippet of Antonio's gist, and they'd be happy to give it to you for the low price of 1,200 credits.
To make it an even 1,000 credits, and you got a deal.
Give me that persuasion roll.
Mm-hmm. I help with it. I haven't been doing really good lately, so why
Okay. Yeah.
That's much better.
So-
with the lawn and the normal +2, it makes it 10.
You get the 3 dots for like a solid 5 minutes, and then just okay. And you get an encrypted transfer protocol. While you are here, you have the option to do things like log people's tap IDs.
What makes you think I'm not?
That's why I'm asking.
Yes. It's like, I need to. I'm burning all of you jackasses.
That is very Bishop.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Always have a backup plan, contingency.
And have a backup for your backup.
And worst comes to worst, a plan to make money.
He doesn't have any of your all's IDs. Or anything.
Give me a hacking roll.
No!
Give me a hacking roll, and you can log this guy's ID.
Not like he has complete and entire access to Six's tap all the time, because she
Who doesn't?
deal with it, right? He doesn't deal with it at all.
Let's see here. And
What's a virus scanner?
Exactly.
that is a terrifying question.
Though I think at some point very early on, it freaked Bishop out enough that he's like, all right, I need to shore this up here.
Oh god,
Yeah.
this is compromising my security. It's so
Right,
bad.
yes, exactly.
What'd you get?
What was the hacking you said?
Yep.
With Cutter, makes it that player is 9.
Okay. So with the raise, you can keep his information should be accurate for the next 48 hours.
Okay.
It is because part of the security features, nobody has a permanent IP.
It's that, and I'm sure they have a much more automated version of change your password every 72 hours. or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the future version of LastPass just does for you. You know.
Yeah.
You pay for it.
to
It does its
even-
thing.
Yeah, exactly. Which that's something they need to do. Actually, I think.
I don't know that I trust any company that much.
Yeah, no. Like, I would insist on doing it myself. Like,
That's fair.
That's
build
why
the algorithm, build the
Because
the data
LastPass
table.
actually say
And then just
they
the
don't save
giant
your
button that you
passwords.
click.
boop 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 boop.
The problem is
They
then you
never
would
save
need.
your passwords anyway. It's all local on your own hard drive. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I like Signal, because your messages don't actually live on any of your servers
Yeah.
or anything. Which is nice, especially when you're plotting to kill people. Never mind.
Talk about killing people enough. People don't take you seriously.
Yep.
You gotta use Boy Who Cried Wolf to your advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just going to remind everybody at this table that I sleep with a gun within arm's reach.
Because that'll save you.
most sinister tea drinking, coffee drinking ever.
I mean, that's the standard for Susan.
Is there still coffee?
Maybe.
That's a definite maybe.
I've had a lot at this point.
We can
I've
see
only-
it on your face.
I've only had 2 cups, which is about perfect.
Yeah.
Considering my new constraints.
Damn it! Fuck.
What?
Forgot to take my medicine this morning.
Oh,
Again.
I can't help you with that.
I'm so bad at it. I don't know. Like, I haven't refilled my whole, like, pill jars for the week, and when I don't do that, then I never fucking remember.
2/3 of a mug, not bad.
Hey! We'll take it!
Definitely not poison.
Definitely not poison.
That growler works really well.
It does work
Is
really
that the Pinion
well.
coffee?
Yeah.
I think I might like that black.
It's very good, yeah. I have no problem drinking it black. But there's also cream in the fridge if you want some.
Damn, I think I'll keep it just like that.
Yes, I am very much a fan of the Pinion Coffee Black.
So you have accomplished this in the same amount of time that he has accomplished repairing all his stuff.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Meanwhile, 6 is just like scritch, 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 scritch.
So he's like bored playing with the Corey's ears, like holding him up, wrestling with him.
You get a notification from the Merit Star system
Yeah.
that you have received a 2-star review from a person whose last name matches that of the employee who was killed. It wasn't a 1-star review.
That's fair.
Is there any accompanying
Review? Or is it
review, or
just the
is it
stars?
just the stars?
Oh yeah, no, it's a minor tirade. It's a mother that's not happy.
Like,
Right after that, you get another call from from Banks.
I'm guessing that didn't go so great.
Not bad. Do not respond to that. We'll take care of it.
At a certain point, I should actually get involved in the day-to-day affairs of my own company. You know that, right?
Yeah, that sounds great. That's not today. You just keep those books rolling, man. We got this. You got some stuff going on. We're busy. We'll handle it. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Does Banks have good persuasion?
Almost certainly. I don't know. Let's look. I have a character sheet for her. I don't need to bullshit that.
Because I know that Hector does not.
I assumed not. That's why it's been Banks calling you, not Hector.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hector knows that, well, hopefully knows that Axel won't just tear his fucking head off. But that's kind of up in the air considering how blurry most everything must be for him.
How many 6 character sheets do I have?
Yes.
She has a D8. Thanks, does.
Roll it.
Means she's better than Axel.
She is nervous.
Who, despite Reiner knowing that he's getting dicked over, can still talk Reiner into most anything.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Well, it's me, so I don't know what you expected.
We're gonna see if Roy's gonna assist.
That's some serious assistance.
He adds +2.
Whoa!
So 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was the skill?
By the time you get the repairs finished, there you also get a notification that Mendoza has responded to the review, and it is diplomatic and apologetic in a not shitty way.
Oh, look at us having employees we can trust to do things.
Yeah. I mean, Axel would have been... He wouldn't been a very, like, that is a responsibility that LT had that Axel never wanted.
And none of the people that work for you want you to have ever.
Yeah. Like, no, it's because, like, it's probably the one part of, like, Like, I feel like Axel wouldn't be a complete asshole about it.
No, but he wouldn't be great about it either.
Yeah, he would.
He's just,
He would trip
like,
himself up.
Yeah.
Well, I think and he'd be like too blunt about it.
Yes.
Like not unkind, but just and
A little too tough love.
And then have
Yeah.
nowhere to go. Well, not even that. Just like this is how it is.
Yeah.
We're really sorry.
I'm sorry for your loss. This has happened.
If there's anything we can do.
Yeah.
Like but
it would all be right,
and genuine.
but it wouldn't be right.
But it wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't really be helpful.
Yeah. I'm blaming Gilly.
You should probably. Yeah, it's entirely possible.
It wasn't hair. It's kind of powder.
Kind of powder.
It's kind of white powder. Yeah.
Something you want to tell us, Susan?
It's probably from the cornstarch explosion. Or
It does taste a bit starchy.
or the later powdered sugar explosion I had here.
It ain't sugar.
It probably was that.
All right, cornstarch then. Sorry.
That's all right.
I had a lot of powdered things exploding in the kitchen this morning.
Apparently, I can cast stun and an AoE.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hell.
you've always
Yeah.
been able to do that.
Ba, ba, ba,
Really?
ba, da.
Oh, I thought it was always a single target.
It just was for a
Hey,
long time.
Drake Pax,
it was only
thanks for
shaking.
joining.
Mm.
Hope we're entertaining enough for you here.
Woo!
And if we're not, I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah.
This
has
isn't my
probably-
stream.
Six has probably sent Sherry like a couple dozen pictures of Luke.
After like the first 2 dozen, there's like heart eyes and variations, and then it just stops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's a lot of puppy pictures.
There's a lot of puppy pictures. This is what happens when Six is ready to do stuff and then she's bored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Just thought of a solution to a thing I've been
Settle
having a
down.
problem with.
In game?
Yes.
Ooh. I love those moments.
Yes.
When you're like, oh, this all fits together perfectly. Excellent. Excellent.
You have to steeple the fingers now.
Straight ball. Yeah.
Need glasses for the Gundo and gloves.
Yeah, you can't pull it off.
Yeah. You gotta be able to grin under your hands without anybody seeing. And talk a lot like this.
Which was the real reason why they did that.
Yes.
I just love every moment of Fuyutsuki, handle this.
Yes.
And he's just like, alright.
That man got the shit end of so many sticks.
It's true. It's true. All right. Yes.
Though, you know, now that I think about it, taking the Challenger is probably not a great plan.
I just really liked the image in my head of, like, the Challenger parked in Carmen's courtyard, like, front courtyard, Axel leaning against it, smoking.
Yeah. While
Well,
wearing
everybody else is having fun.
while wearing very expensive power armor.
Exactly, yes.
With the helmet down so he can smoke.
Yes.
And then something goes sideways and he's just like, I knew it would.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sure, fine, we'll go with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Is your spaceship armed?
No.
It can be.
It is not currently.
Not currently. It is the sad husk of a spaceship.
No.
It is literally a Firefly class transport.
It's a
That's what I meant.
It's called a Tranquility.
Yeah, it's an off the factory floor Firefly.
That's very old.
Yeah,
Like
they
the
are
front.
they are kind of the janky baseline transport.
Yeah.
They're like a really old Honda Civic.
Yeah. Reliable, but, janky.
I mean, this would be like a really old Honda Civic that
Never got used.
never got used, so it's got like 150 miles on it.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
causes its own set of problems.
Exactly.
Alright. Shit's fixed. You have some leads. You want to go kill Carmen.
Well, I'm going to
Talk
talk to
to
her
Carmen.
about Moby Dick.
Yeah. Minor employee crisis is taken care of. Major.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a nice service for them later.
Yeah. Axel's going to pay for all the funerary expenses out of pocket.
I was gonna say, I feel like nearly everyone's idea of service at this point is very traditional, or not very traditional, but like loosely awake. There's just going to be a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is definitely one of the Irish traditions that the Texans would have latched onto real hard.
Yeah.
Everybody loves an excuse to drink.
Exactly.
It's true.
Once Christianity lost favor because of the neck.
Yeah.
They're still around, but they're a minority religion, and in Texas they tend to be the less shitty version,
Right.
the less theocratic version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it opened Texans to
More drinking.
more drinking. Yes.
I'm surprised it's not a pretty heavy drinking state as is.
I'm sure it is.
3 beer maximum. Fucking Steelbender. Like, that's the only thing that I hate about that place.
Right?
Like,
It's depressing
really?
as fuck,
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of problem with people getting shit faced in there.
In general. Like, they actually enforce DUI laws in New Mexico, apparently.
Well, so over the course of my lifetime, New Mexico was like the worst state for DUIs. As I've moved here, I'm coming to realize it's because they actually pull people over for things, just in New Mexico in general. So there were a lot of changes over the course of my lifetime to make that much better.
That makes sense.
Things like getting rid of drive-through liquor windows and
Yep. We've still got those.
DUI checkpoints.
Last time I was in Florida, you
We
could
theoretically still have
get
those.
drinks made and get them at it, and there were no open container walls, so
Yeah.
there were drive-through margarita places.
Yeah, at least in here in Kentucky, if I saw somebody with an open beer in their car, I could just tell them to get the fuck out of my drive-thru. It was about the only thing I could tell them to get out of my drive-thru for, unless they were, like, literally falling out of their car.
Which has also happened too.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has.
Oh, that reminds me. Last night we had a fun time talking about Sandy.
Oh, really?
Yes, because
How did that come up?
one of the gals at my new barn works at Liquor Barn as a wine manager or something.
Yeah.
And so Randy and I were like, yes, we have a new friend that works at Liquor Barn!
Oh, God.
And she's like, who's your other friend? And I was like, oh, my friend Josh. And she's like, oh, okay. And then Sandy came up. And how useless she is.
And they agree with me?
Oh, yes, maybe even more than you.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
She was telling me a story about how Sandy called her one time to ask her how to use the register.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. That's a thing that, you know, I got those phone calls after a certain point.
Yes.
I swear that woman is just...
She's a shit show.
Yeah.
Like, I think she is actually, like, coming on, like, dealing with the onset of dementia. Because...
Which is rough when you're a lazy sack of shit to begin with.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if there was Alzheimer's involved or something.
Yeah, I think there is. But, like, she needs to retire. But... can't afford to, so the rest of us are stuck with it. Anyway.
He dropped the tide.
Moving right along.
Yeah, this is your Earl's Crossroads.
Alright. Now we go and...
Now everybody has lunch together, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and chicken noodle soup all the way around.
chicken noodle soup.
Yeah. Yeah, after I read some of the setting fiction and they're talking about noodle shops and stuff like that, I stopped worrying about the fact that everybody just has basically protein bars, but everybody else ignores it, so I'm going to too.
Yeah.
Because noodle bars are setting iconic.
Yeah.
So are we actually just, as soon as we finish eating here, just going to drive up to Carmen's and say hi?
We'll let Six and Go do their thing, and if things go sideways, and I am fairly certain they will.
Six always makes face when you mention Go coming along.
She volunteered. What do you want?
Yeah, of course she did.
I feel like Axel's sitting there with like his chopsticks, but he's already sitting in like the power armor, and so he like snaps the chopsticks, and he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna drink it.
In that case, we should go in separate vehicles, stay nearby in case things do go south, so we don't have to travel so far.
Oh, I was just gonna all of us pile in the Challenger. We go.
Okay.
They go inside, and when things go sideways, we bust in and save their ass.
Except they might be expecting and deal with us the moment Six and Go leave the vehicle.
We'll cross that. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
Fine, I'll make up my own backup plan then.
Yeah.
Six is literally dying of boredom right now.
Literally?
Yes. I mean, we're
all dying, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she's got, what, 3 years and 3 months left. So...
Rebellious teenager years.
Exactly.
Months. Rebellious teenager months. Anyway, so Axel is just like, look, if you want, I can go ahead and call Angelica up front and see.
I could just take the bus!
Yeah, but that puts us further behind you.
I don't know. I'm bored. I'm gonna go.
Alright, so... Oh, never mind. I'm all...
Oh, the look on Chris's face! Oh my goodness!
Didn't realize it was that good.
It is good enough to make me concerned.
No, I'll go in the Charger. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just...
Challenger.
That too.
Bishop gives no fucks.
No, he doesn't. And doesn't recognize that there's a distinction, and it drives Axel up a wall.
Or maybe he does realize it's...
And he realizes it and does it just
Still
to
thinks
troll.
it's a really dumb idea to travel down the street rolling on a bundle of explosions. But,
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many explosions per second is this thing doing?
Let's see here. Let's see here. 8 times an average of 2,200 RPMs. You're looking at 116,000 plus or minus.
Yeah, totally safe.
Yeah. People drove these for a long time.
There were explosions.
That
Sometimes.
were largely resolved before this model came out. And the ones that happened after this model came out were due to user modification error. I like to think I know what I'm doing.
I like to think you know what you're doing too.
Anyway.
It's one of my favorite things to think about.
So, Chris, how did it turn out?
It's still going.
Still going.
Woo!
Very
We're
nice.
streaming this.
Very nice.
Here.
Does
Doing it.
does it update you on like donations and?
Yeah, usually it does. There will be a sound effect that occurs and thing that it appears on the screen. You can see some of them on my stream if you go back look at the pre-recorded ones.
Right.
But yeah, it lets me know, and that way I can then thank the person on stream for donating or following me or whatever.
Did have you met your goal?
And no.
All
And
right.
I think my biggest donator did not donate this year, unfortunately.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. I'd help out, but I am a broke-ass college student.
Same. Well, not the college student part, but broke ass.
Yeah, so.
A man's got to pay rent. Actually, I got to pay rent.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm putting a fresh bar of soap out here. I'm gonna get
No, you're good, man.
Yeah.
So
I know the hand soap drugs.
Right. We all do.
Anyway, so whatever. Axel,
I love that y'all are going to go do this with no plan whatsoever.
I have a plan. I've been thinking about this for months. I'm not saying it's a good plan. It's a 6 plan.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Axel, before we leave, is going to have a discussion with Go about what the gauge on the windows is. Like, just how much force would be needed to breach a second-story window if need be.
I don't know. What do you need to breach transparent steel?
Wish I hadn't dismounted that critical launcher.
About 6 inches of it.
Jesus fucking shit.
This is what happens when you have a laboratory in your home and you work for a multinational corporation. Plus, I don't know what she may have done in the time that I haven't been working for her. Do I still work for her? I guess not.
Probably not.
I don't understand why you haven't been sued into the ground.
I don't either. I try not to think about it. I have a feeling that this may be the tipping point for that.
So you don't want me to go in with you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm sure I don't like the sound of that at all.
Okay.
Really? You want to go in there alone?
Yeah?
You do realize that's a really bad idea.
It'll be fine.
It will 100% not be fine. I can almost guarantee it.
What do you think is going to happen?
She takes your head off at the shoulders the instant you close the fucking door.
Like a little blade trap hallway?
Does it really fucking matter how?
She could do vertically.
For what
or
it's worth,
both.
I don't think it would be a trap hallway. It would almost certainly be a nearly invisible monowire net.
Again, does it fucking matter how?
I mean,
What she wants is your brainstem, your brain, and your tap.
Yeah, it really
I mean,
depends on
she
like how
wants,
attacked you want
she
those to be
wants
when you get
goes
them.
all of that.
And there's no reason to believe that she doesn't want those things from you as well.
She doesn't like me as much as Go.
All the more reason for her to dead you.
How do you not know that you're her favorite? Which isn't saying much, I understand that, but how do you not know that?
Because
Oh,
you're
Jesus
obviously her favorite because she spends all of her time with you.
Do you think she ever gave me books to read or asked my opinions about things? She didn't even ask my opinions about security. She gave me plans and told me to implement them.
You have to do things with her.
Like stand around her in stodgy meetings and make sure that no one tries to kill her and does that count as doing things?
Yeah.
You know what I never
That's
did?
what I do with Axel most of the time.
I never got to have a casual conversation about a leisure activity.
Maybe that's because you're not a great conversationalist.
And you are?
Don't look at me. I am not touching this.
Fine. Fine. Then if I'm her favorite, I'll be fine.
Why are we fighting about who's favorite? She wants us dead.
Well, she wants you dead.
She tried to have another go murder you 2.5 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you forget about that?
A little bit, yeah. It wasn't the real go. And there's that crazy one. She was weird.
Check your messages, Sean.
Jesus fucking Christ.
From what you've told me about your grandmother, she wouldn't appreciate that and may know that you said it.
I am a grown-ass man and am in no way, shape, or form afraid of my grandmother.
That's not what you said in bed. You very explicitly said you were terrified of your grandmother.
It's true, you are kind of scared of her.
Oh, is that one of those things that we're not supposed to tell her? Sorry.
One of those things.
Axel, goes to pinch the bridge of his nose and is just like, nope, that would be a really bad idea.
She gives Six kind of a haughty look, and she's like, "Pillow talk is secret."
Axel catches Bishop out of the corner of his eye and just sees him grinning from ear to ear.
At which point, Axel just upends the entire table, stands up, and walks away. Because Axel finished eating about 5 minutes ago.
Why do you tell Go things you don't tell me?
Do you tell Sherry things you don't tell me? Yes!
No! What would I tell Sherry that I don't tell you?
I don't want to know!
I don't send you as many Corgi pictures.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Because, you get to see him all the time.
I really wish I didn't.
I don't think that counts, though. Oh, I should probably tell Sherry where I'm going.
Or you could not.
Well, she wants me to tell her things.
You don't have... That doesn't mean tell her everything.
I thought that is exactly the conversation we had about it. I'm supposed to tell her things so she can decide whether she's worried or not by herself. Right? Right?
For things that may or may not involve multiple felonies, maybe tell her after the fact.
Okay.
Assuming we all survive the experience.
Okay, and what if we don't survive the experience? Then Sherry's gonna be mad I didn't tell her.
Well, at that point, it's not your problem anymore.
Well, it's gonna be the next Six's problem. That seems rude. Poor asshole.
So are we doing this or not?
Yes, I have been waiting for hours.
This is not actually as comfortable as you might think. Can we fucking get on with it?
Yes, thank you.
Bishop, you can B&E that entire building, right?
In my sleep.
Good. Bishop is my plan, Sean. Bishop is my plan.
So we're loading up. Let's go. Woo!
Alright.
Oh, and Sean makes that face.
There is
Delightful.
no way this ends badly for everyone involved.
No, it'll be great. It'll be great. It's gonna be fine.
Don't worry, Bishop will save us.
Yep.
What the hell?
I'm not a huge fan of that, but... It's definitely accurate. It's how this whole fucking campaign is played out.
What's your IDS tier?
Tier 5.
Okay, that's okay.
Plus stealth module.
Did I write down my stealth module? There it is. 4. Yeah, stealth module 4.
Yep.
All right, so like it takes you like a half an hour to get to that part of town. What did you bring with you?
Weaponry wise?
Yeah.
Okay. The dice show. Got mono whip gauntlets now. And the actual mono whip. You mono whip while you mono whip and mono whip. And the SMGs. And pockets full of grenades, as usual.
You arrive to her home complex, and for the first time, the security system does not automatically admit you.
So is there like an intercom buzzer or something?
There's a tap in her face, but yeah,
Yeah, alright.
I mean, Axel just parks outside the gate.
yeah.
there is a sprite running the
And also my copy of Moby Dick, sorry. Yes, that's important.
there's a sprite running the gate, and it has a very severe librarian look to it, like in its little mental image.
A wave.
It like looks at your hand. And it's like, what's your business?
I hold up Moby Dick. And I'm like, I finished this?
You can read. That's nice. What does that have to do with the household?
Carmen and I talk about books when I'm done with them.
She's expecting you then?
In general, yes.
Hold, please.
So does it actually have like a face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's virtual, but yes.
So it's integrated into your tap overlay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what you've done with your pretend hair.
Real to me.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm not that kind of. I'm a different kind of face.
For the record,
so-
I don't enjoy your frumpiness.
I mean, she's loaded out in full tack here.
Yeah, I'm in Ravenlock armor, but yeah, I mean, if anyone could make Ravenlock armor frumpy, it's 6.
Yeah. Hey,
She's put
Susan.
stickers all over it.
I need
Probably not, but she probably does have, like, I don't know.
I need one of your post-it notes for the
It's the post
AGA suit.
girl.
So that I can make an armor thingus for the AGA suit.
Oh, don't you worry, I have you all covered.
Also,
So,
just like
going off the snark and derision that sprite is spouting,
sweet.
this is a pretty high tier system.
Sounds like a challenge.
So, like, is there wind that you feel going through your hair? Because that's nice. I like that feeling. It's great.
I have access to a full archive of Sensorium.
Awesome.
right. Where did?
Yes.
What's your favorite?
I really enjoy the experience of denying people what they want.
I can see how that could be fun. Makes you feel powerful.
This
Like
is
it.
the
I am powerful.
Yes.
this is the Loviatar, right?
But, like, sometimes it's easy to forget. You need something to, like, reinforce it. Because, we all get numb to our feelings, our sensations, eventually. Without a reminder.
Okay, persuasion.
This is the Loviatar, right?
What is it?
The power armor. AGA Loviatar.
It's the stealth one.
Yes, the one with the double mono whip.
Yep.
Which no longer has double mono
Right.
whips.
It's got double claws instead.
Yep.
4.
So I need.
Meanwhile, I have a hacking roll whenever you're ready.
Just right off the bat, huh?
would you expect anything less
really.
from Bishop?
Oh. No, actually, no.
Okay. Have you tried like slime on your fingers? That's pretty cool.
That sounds disgusting. It
You
seems
think
like
so, but it's oddly soothing.
yeah, it seems like a thing you'd be into.
Oof.
It does.
Okay, you've been permitted in, but just you, and leave your weapons in the drop box.
I don't understand.
Those are the stipulations. You can follow them, or you can leave.
So, like, my swords?
Yes.
Unbuckle the dice show and put them in, and then
Swords. So like this sprite actually mimics looking through its tab. It's like swords, SMGs, mono whips, armor suit.
Armor is not a weapon.
No, but it's also not appropriate dress for a conversation about a book. Wouldn't you agree?
You can have a conversation about a book in anything.
Yes, but it's somewhat suspicious that you would show up for a conversation.
Yeah, alright,
Armored.
fine. So Six is just gonna like take off the armor with everything, so she's just like standing there in her underwear.
This gets a groan and a sigh from Axel.
And a chuckle from Bishop.
Yeah, probably.
There are turrets on either column of the gate, and along the wall in general, but they are tracking you.
Is the book okay? Because it's hers. I was gonna return it, but I mean, you could use
You're
it
here
as
to
a weapon
talk about
if
the-
you.
Are you being snarky with me?
She would never, as Axel's like lighting another cigarette, leaning against the car, just
Emphasis on the sheet.
I totally would, but Six would never.
Yes, well,
Like Axel's not even facing in that direction.
Just hearing the conversation.
Yeah.
just couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah. I mean, what do you say to that?
She just-
this whole
she just ignores him.
situation. Yeah.
It's like, we'll grant you gate access when your friends leave.
Okay. I tried to come by myself.
Oh, I believe that. You don't strike me as the tactical type.
Thank you.
That's not a compliment, Six.
Just Six standing in front of a mansion's gate in her underwear holding a book. Perfect.
You're gonna have to convince them to leave. I've already tried.
Oh, that's not my job. If you want to talk to her, they're gonna have to go.
So I feel like I should bring up that I rolled a 4 on my first hacking attempt, so I handed you a chip, re-rolled, got a 14.
A 4 on your first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Which he re-rolled.
I
You
re-rolled
re-rolled.
it.
Made
so
it a
that-
14.
Yes. With Artemis's help and Elon.
Yes. Ooh, that's right. I have Elon now. Yes. I'm gonna need it.
I debated taking elemental control as a power.
Shocking.
I know. You would think that.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it in the new version, but it was really underwhelming in the last one.
It still is.
Okay. Yep.
Especially
elemental control or elemental manipulation.
I don't think they make the distinction in Adventure Edition.
Elemental manipulation is meant to be minor.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like protection from bad weather.
But they also don't have electricity isn't one of the viable options.
Right. I don't see why it couldn't be though.
Yeah.
But
I mean, at that scale, the only real use of it would be fucking
shorting out consoles. Stuff like that.
Fucking over circuits. Yeah. Because circuits are normally 5-volt carriers.
You do that at the right spot, though.
Yeah.
Like an anti-hacker.
Yeah. You just blow the whole fucking system.
Yeah.
But it would also...
Circuits.
But yeah, you could also use that in tandem with hacking to alter the input signals that the system is giving it with fine enough control.
Because we know that sort of thing is what Axel's good at.
Yep.
Fine control.
Depends on the thing.
Yes,
I'm pretty
that's
sure
true. I mean,
Go
I'm
could
gonna
teach you some, could tell you some stories about Axel's fine control.
Oh God.
There is nothing about this network that is off the shelf. It is highly customized. It is also a tier 5 network. This asshole of a sprite is at least as good as Artemis.
Does this asshole of a sprite wear her hair in a bun? With glasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Severe librarian.
I was going to say
She
severe.
she like Gladys.
Yeah. She's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So she's
If she knew who GLaDOS was, that's definitely how she would act.
Well, then again, GLaDOS was based off of a blonde, blue-eyed lady. So, from the 70s.
Carolyn.
It's amazing what a few centuries of isolation inside a machine will do to a mind.
It wasn't centuries, that was decades.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, it'll, you're right.
Because I'm
Same.
not actually sure
It'd be
where
worse
the
centuries,
Portal
but-
games take place in the Half-Life timeline.
Same time. During Half-Life 2 is when,
Okay.
there's a little Easter egg in there. Yeah.
As soon as you start getting into the system, you know for a fact that if that sprite detects you, it's going to drop a bunch of dumb shit into your brain.
I have to make sure it doesn't detect me.
Right.
It's fine. Finally, something that will actually be interesting to do, right?
We're gonna slow this hack down a little bit.
Okay.
It's gonna take you basically like 10 minutes at a go for a roll.
Okay. So probably not the entire conversation that has happened there.
Right.
Longer than
Where are the stats for the claws that I just integrated into this thing?
They were in the Texas book, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you have them on the list?
I have them on the list, but no stats.
Oh,
They're
well,
just listed.
that's unfortunate.
AOG Exoclaws times 2.
Yep. Gonna snooze that.
Oh, nope, maybe on the main one.
Alright. Here we go.
They're like
Yeah, here we go.
Strength E10, AP 10, or something silly like that.
Strength E10, heavy weapon, AP 4, requires battery. So, question. Does that, are they in such a fashion that they count as claws for martial arts?
How do you mean?
So, natural weapons like claws stack with the bonuses to unarmed damage.
They would replace.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't stack.
Yeah. That's fair.
Trying to convince your friends to leave.
I tried to get them to not come. But here we are. I'm not very persuasive. So Six is literally just gonna stand there, like, waiting.
Oi!
Axel's just sitting there enjoying a smoke, leaning against his car.
The regular barred gate, a very thick steel plate comes out from both sides and covers it up. Guess you'll have to wait for that book report.
Okay.
Are you standing outside smoking in the rain, or do you have an umbrella?
Oh, right, it's smoke. It's... Yeah.
Which makes us even better. Oh my god.
I had forgotten about that. I had forgotten that it was raining. But yeah, Axel is probably still just sitting outside enjoying a smoke in the rain. Unless there's like an overhang coming off of this wall and gate assembly thing, which is not
Entirely possible. But...
Yeah, it's not impossible. Seems like the sort of thing that courteous rich people would have off of their security booth. I don't know how.
The Sprite is like, I mean, you can stand there all day. I stand here all day anyway, so this is where we're at. So, I mean,
do you like
guys
to
can
feel standing? Like, do you like the sensation of just standing? Or do you just turn that off?
This is frankly a ridiculous conversation. I think I know how to dissuade you. I'm pretty sure that your friend there really likes that car, and two of the turrets swivel over, and she's like, oh, wait a second. She looks really annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, you can all come in as long as you disarm yourselves.
How tall is that gate?
I don't know. Gate-sized. I mean, honestly, they probably didn't think about it needing to be super tall because there are turrets all over it.
Yeah.
I mean, is it like chain link fence or is it Jurassic Park gate?
No, it's a reinforced concrete wall with a gate in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't answer.
Not Jurassic Park size.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably 12 feet.
Okay.
Question. Would a DMR be classified as a heavy weapon or no? I could see
No.
it going either way.
Anti-material rifle, yes. DMR, no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the only one coming in. 6 goes.
She's like, okay. And you go through and she shuts the gate.
Axel just sends Bishop a...
He doesn't even wait
Text
for
it.
the text. He says, already on it.
Just keep track of her.
Like the dots start, you're like, already on it.
Can I still use my +1 to fighting from martial artist with these claws, even if they replace the damage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Meanwhile, Axel is just kind of sitting there, like he's just leaning against his car and just kind of surveying this very nice neighborhood.
Mm-hmm,
and meanwhile, keeping a tally of just how many turrets are along that wall.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, you can go in.
Yeah, perfect. And drip all over the foyer.
You can give me another hack and roll.
Book's probably wet. That's sad.
That is sad.
Probably a first edition.
Oof.
Oh well.
It's Carmen's fault.
It is Carmen's fault.
Yeah, the front door allows you access. Got the foyer.
Dripping
Drip.
all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given our physics, it's probably pretty hot.
There's the work parts of the house to the left of the door. The library is just off the foyer. And it's also her office. Yeah, you walk back there, and there she is sitting at her desk with a drink in hand. 6.
Hello. Kate Sprite is not in a very good mood today.
She never is. That's why I like her.
I finished the book.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Moby Dick?
Yes. That is what I was supposed to be reading, right? I finished Frankenstein.
Sure.
And then you gave me Moby Dick. This is yours. It's like also dripping.
She's like, oh, well, you're here. I suppose I should ask, what did you think?
I know a lot about whaling now.
Yes.
There's a lot of information about whaling in there. I feel like I'd be pretty good at whaling.
Too bad there aren't any whales anymore.
Did you learn anything about struggling towards a very important personal goal in the face of great adversity?
Don't take people you care about with you. Because everybody's going to die except that one slacker.
She's like, yes. Why do you think I only surround myself with the people that I do?
So are you Captain Ahab? Is that the metaphor we're making? So which leads me to further questions. Are you also supposed to be Victor Frankenstein? Because you do have a lot of crazy obsession personalities going on.
I suppose you could say that.
Okay. So you are...
I mean, it's not where I was going with all of
Are
this.
you Moby
but...
Dick then? Is that where you were going?
Oh. Do have a tendency to be a colossal dick from time to time.
You're also white.
Is she?
I don't remember. Probably.
I think the picture we went with for was
Very
Very Hispanic.
multi.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
never mind then. Take that back. Do you have a lot of harpoons stuck in you?
metaphorically, sure.
Okay. I like metaphors.
Do you?
Yeah. Sometimes they're confusing and weird, but I like them. Thought-provoking.
Most of them have been confusing and weird too.
So if you're Moby Dick then, there goes that question. Out the window.
What question's that?
Well, I was going to ask you if you had any death-tempered harpoons, but...
Again, metaphorically? Probably.
Okay.
Why'd you come here, Six?
Talk about the book.
Is that really it?
Yeah. I thought that's what we did. I finished the book and we talk about it. And then you give me another book to read.
All this time and all of your experiences, and you still just want someone to lead you around by a leash.
Isn't that why you made me that way? Am I supposed to be manageable?
I had hoped not at this point.
Also, are you trying to kill me a lot? A lot. Because that seems excessive.
I'm not trying to kill you per se. So much as you have something that I want. Or, I should say, had, now that you're here. The story time thing was a nice distraction for a while, but honestly, I don't have any use for it anymore.
That's too bad. I liked it.
I know, and I suppose that's probably a good thing, ultimately. I mean, it does add to the characteristics I wanted to cultivate, even if I do find it painfully boring and uninsightful.
Okay, well, I guess this is done.
Sure. Was there anything else?
Please stop trying to kill me.
Oh, I don't need to anymore.
Bye.
Her sister, on the other hand. It's a concern for a later time, I suppose. And really none of your business.
It's true. Except that Axel likes her.
Good for him.
Yeah. Axel doesn't need any more sadness in his life. So stop trying to make him sad.
Have you not figured out yet that life is a rather potent concoction of sadness, pain, disappointment?
I'm definitely aware, but I feel like I'm in a position I can try to change that for some people I care about.
Mm-hmm. Yes!
That's fine. Don't suppose you'd like to send your sister in here for her severance pay, would you?
Uh-huh. Severance pay. Mm-hmm. I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could ask her.
Did you give me that next hacking roll?
Oh, I need another one for him. Guy. Sorry. Where I...
6 has been inside for a few minutes, and the police show up. They exit their VTOL, and they come over to have a talk with you.
Oops,
Yep.
it's not the D9, it's a D12.
They're raising or harassing this lady.
I'm not.
Kind of like looks you up and down in your armor and everything. He's like,
Just cigarette.
kind of seems like it.
I'm just waiting for a friend to exit the premises.
We're gonna need you to leave the property. You've been trespassed, and this will become an arrestable offense if you are not able to comply.
Isn't it trespassing if you're on the property?
You need, going by modern law, you need to be asked to leave before you can technically be trespassed.
Axel's not actually on the property. He's on the curb outside of it.
Do you bring this up?
You should.
She owns the street too.
Which is followed by more muttered Spanish invective. Which includes a lot of rich fucking cunt bag.
You can give me a notice roll. You can too, but it's at a penalty because you're doing stuff.
Eight. That was an 8 on that second hacking roll, by the way.
Wait a minute.
Notice is 6.
Ugh.
Uffa indeed.
Does 6 do the job, or do
It does not.
Ugh. I do not notice.
No,
Most
shit,
likely.
fuck. How about a 7?
7 does not do the trick. He does seem like he's got this whole like playful attitude about everything. He's like, he knows this interaction isn't going to go anywhere, and like obviously he's run your tags and all that kind of stuff, and like he knows who you are, and he knows you've got a contract with the city and all that kind of thing. And it's just seems like he's just fucking with you because somebody who's got some money asked him to.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Motherfucker. Well, I got to an 8.
Yeah, he rolled a 15 on his roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course he did.
Oh my god. No.
Alright. Thought I'd try.
Axel isn't bi.
I'm a little bi-furious.
Yes.
Oh. Hilarious.
So, Axel just, pulls out another cigarette and sticks it in his mouth and offers one to the cop.
He's just like,
Lights it. And while he's doing this, he is tap calling Angelica.
okay.
Yeah. Mostly just to find out if he's being swatted, because I'm pretty sure that's what's happening now.
Yeah, I mean, you go to her messages. She's busy, but like, if you end up talking to her later about it, it's gonna be like it was a legitimate call, and he didn't,
No, he's trying to find out if SWAT is currently inbound.
Oh,
Yeah, like, because how do you deal with somebody that's just loitering in power armor? You bring in people in power armor.
yeah, generally, but like again, nothing about this is actually illegal. It's
Yeah.
just you're on someone's property.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks for the smoke. When your friend comes out, how about you just clear out?
Yeah.
Sound good?
Can do.
Good. What do you do on your way out?
Nothing.
Just leave?
Collect your shit.
Well, yeah, obviously, but that's like when I'm out.
What was your roll this time?
The second roll was 8.
No, before I leave, like on my way out of the library,
Yes.
I'm going to look at Carmen very seriously and say, "Stop making my friends unhappy. Please." I'll set the book down and leave.
Yeah, she just kind of smiles and huffs and finishes her drink.
Okay.
Would you... 6 is going to come out in a couple of minutes. Would you like to continue to try to hack the system or no?
I don't know that she's coming out yet.
Thought you were tracking me.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So yes, I do see her coming out, but no, I'm gonna keep going for now.
All right.
Nice Zelda soundboard, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you just walk back out of the car?
Yeah.
Leave the book and walk back out of the car? Okay.
Get all my shit.
Get all your shit.
Take your time getting dressed.
You are going to need 4 more successes and a total of 3 rolls.
Well,
Oh yeah, you have not been detected. Oh. That's right. You need a raise to not be detected. You do not get a raise.
It still needs to actually make its roll at -4. Stealth module. It has the possibility of detecting him. It is not
Correct. It
guaranteed.
gets to roll those.
Yeah.
It is very good at notice.
Mm-hmm.
Keep putting a D10 in there. I mean, it's not a D10.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Chris, it might be time to start burning some bennies.
Well, it depends on where we go from here. If we're staying or leaving, you know.
Well, you've been made regardless.
That doesn't necessarily...
So burning bennies to avoid getting your brain nuked might be a good thing.
Yeah, you're doing a thing, and then like Artemis pops up in her window, and she's like, log out.
Incoming.
That was after the second? I haven't even done the third roll yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Little Miss Shitty Librarian has definitely picked up
Where
the fact that you
is 6 at this moment?
were between the front door and the gate.
And I'm fully aware of this security system's capabilities.
Yeah, so in your yes you are, and in your
Okay,
in your
then
taps
I will...
in your taps public lair, the severe librarian lady pops up and she's like, "Oh, well, isn't this nice? Your fuckery has been reported to the police. Oh yeah, we still have a castle doctrine in this nation. Have fun." And the steel plates cross over the gate, and half of the turrets turn towards inside of the thing, and half the turrets turns toward the outside. That seems like an initiative situation.
Yes, it does.
Didn't even let me say I log out.
Oh no, you need to counter-hack your way out.
So you just changed the... Well, no, that was her saying, that was Artemis saying...
Yeah.
That you need to.
I'm gonna switch to my...
Now instead of rolling against the static stats for the network, you need to roll against the sprite to get out.
These post-it notes are the best thing I ever did.
That's not going to fit in there anymore.
Nope. So you get 2 because you're level-headed.
Yes.
And then you choose which one you want because you have calculating. So do you want to take calculating and get a +2, or do you want the 5, or do you want the jack? Because 5 gets you a +2 for ignoring any sort of penalties.
Good point.
And you don't need to get yours.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'll take it.
Also, you were rather arrogant about breaking into the system, so...
Yes,
Holy
yes.
water squirt gun. I
Nice.
love it.
Very good.
That was a Super Soaker 100.
Yep.
I think I had exactly that one.
I had
Yeah.
the 200, the double tank one.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
saved up a lot of
lowest
money.
I had the rifle type for this one. So it had the
Did you see what's on her shirt?
I club you.
It's very appropriate.
Yes. How many do you get, Sean?
Just the one.
Okay, then you get the lowest card in the entire...
No, the sprite is quick.
Aww.
Thank you.
All right. So 6 turrets
Turrets!
and security door.
For a good time.
For a good time, turrets.
Ooh,
For a good
do we
time
need
called
an
turrets.
initiative card for go, or is she just going to go on?
We'll have go on your turn, actually.
My turn. Okay.
Yeah, she's your ally, technically.
Yeah. It's true.
Great. So about 12 feet.
The cops have left at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so about 12 feet up for the turrets on top of the wall.
Yeah.
Can 6 do kind of a run and parkour up to one of the turrets?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely the one that's facing out.
Yeah.
Because friends and loyalty.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent. Athletics roll?
Yeah. Let's see, at 12 feet, what is your, does athlete add to your jump distances or anything?
I'm not sure it adds to my jump distances.
No,
It
that's
just gives me
acrobat.
it just gives me the static +2.
Okay, so let's see. A running vertical jump, I believe, gets you
2 inches.
which would be 6 feet.
Yeah. But then you'd also, like, you'd hit something, jump off of it, and then use that to swing your way up on top of it. Like, it'd be a combination
Every
of running,
success and
jumping.
raise, that's just flat out. Every success and raise on your athletics roll will give you an additional inch or 3 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to call that your action. So
Oh,
if
you definitely, yes.
Yeah. So if you'd like to do
'Cause
anything once you do that,
my stuff is on the other side of the gate, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of need it.
It would help. Yes.
Yeah. Also, being not naked when the bullets start flying would be nice.
It would be nice, but not
You may-
imperative
you may
and
address
probably the
this message on
lowest
your
on
turn.
Six's totem pole of priorities.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, as soon as the turrets spool up, Axel just, like, spits out his cigarette and the helmet snaps closed. Shunk. Ugh. Hey, that's a little better.
Maybe. It's a 10.
I'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fancy parkour your way up on top of that turret.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Did Go actually come armed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she brought her gear.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And where's Bishop been standing during all of this?
I thought he was still in the car.
Okay, that is the best place for him.
Yeah.
It's Arnold.
Shit. Brain just wants to stop working.
What?
I just used to seeing a grinder in that situation. I was like, are you about to roll a blunt?
No. I take it twice a day. That's awful. So
Bluetooth, Wi-Fi? I don't know.
I guess so.
yeah.
I dropped the laptop the other day. I may have damaged my antenna.
Maybe.
Stop dropping things, Sean.
Never, ever, ever.
Does Axel have any idea where the control system for these turrets would be?
Probably in the house.
Like the actual like circuit breaker box,
Yeah.
junction box?
Yeah. I mean, if you've got money like that,
Yeah.
you put everything underground and under the house.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are cables and still like
In the
power
walls?
systems to them.
Yeah, I was going to say it was good,
But-
Yeah, but the actual junction controlling all of them.
easier to reach control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would a paranoid person run power to their turrets?
Yeah.
Probably in a steel sheath underground
Yeah.
through a concrete wall.
Yeah. So Axel can take out a turret at a time, but not all of them at once,
Correct.
feasibly.
Is it me next or is it you?
It's me.
It's you? Okay. Just because this is stuff that Axel will be aware of, you were just asked to leave someone's property,
Yep.
and someone under your employ just got caught trying to hack someone's house system
Yeah.
on that property.
Yeah.
So these are things you need to consider whilst having a fight or a scuffle.
Yeah. And the... And what would be the legal response to... Like, what would be the most legal response to this?
6 getting back to the car and you guys leaving.
Yeah.
Even if it is under fire.
Yeah. Okay. That being the case, time for a psionics roll. Alright, so I am casting speed with the hurry and quickness mod.
Okay.
So that's a -2 penalty to the roll. But assuming it's successful, I both cast the spell and have an extra action.
Okay, so the casting spell would be your first action.
Yes.
But you'd have a full second one with the benefits of speed.
Yes. And I would also, since I am acting first, I can then move with all of the speed bonuses. But I only get the one movement, regardless.
Cool.
So with hurry, the question becomes, does that take effect before or after the doubling for speed? Because hurry adds +2 to your pace.
It would take. It would.
So would
At
it
at the point of a successful activation roll,
Yeah.
it will have taken effect.
So
if it happens before you actually move, then you would get the additional movement.
no, hurry adds to... Hurry is speed doubles your pace. Hurry gives you +2 to pace. So is it +2 to the doubled or +2 to the pre-doubled? That is my question.
We're gonna say +2 to the doubled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would make Axel...
You're spending the resources to do that. I feel like you should get the full
Well,
benefit.
then that would be the other way around. Because if we add it to the +2 to the pre-doubled, it then gets doubled and you get
the
+4.
one that's most beneficial. To
Okay.
you.
So, in which
Because
case...
it is all one effect.
Yes. So basically hurry would increase Axel's speed to 8d8.
Yeah.
And then speed would then double the 8-inch movement to 16.
Yep. There may be an official ruling on that somewhere, but I'm happy
Alright,
with you having
so.
that.
So that's a -2 to the roll, so that is not successful. We're going to try that again. There we go.
That's better.
Yeah. So that's a 12, -2 is 10. That's still a
You get
successful
the raise
raise.
effect, yep. If there's a raise
Plus, if
effect.
you-
I
Do you
don't
have
know
it
that.
on? You have
I
it?
don't.
Okay.
With a raise, the character also ignores the -2 running penalty, so I don't take a multi-action penalty to run.
Excellent.
Uh,
You also don't take it for additional actions, I'm assuming?
yeah,
Since you wouldn't take it to the run roll anyway.
yeah. Like, it's you just ignore the -2 penalty for running. So at this point, I am now way faster than anybody Axel's size in power armor should be.
Nobody knows that's not an augmented powered armor.
That's fair. And Axel has access to the jump system in the suit. So Axel is now going to take his augmented speed, Dukes of Hazzard hurdle the hood of his car, jump up onto the wall,
Yep.
grab 6, bodily throw her back down towards the car.
Does the power armor have its own strength rating, or does it add to yours?
It adds to mine.
Okay.
So it's a total of D10.
Okay. That's plenty to...
Yeah. So Axel just basically hops up there, scoops up 6, and with him between,
What's the jump kit do for you?
gives you a, I think gives you a 4-inch vertical jump
Oh, shit, yeah.
because it's a jump jet system. Give me a second. I'll look up.
Power armor's fun.
Yeah, it is. Where are jump pack? Allows the unit to jump pace ×2 horizontally or pace ×1 vertically. which is the suit's pace, not my augmented pace.
Right.
But the pace of the suit is 8. So I have an 8-inch vertical jump if I need
Jesus,
it.
yeah.
That's
lovely.
Yeah. So Axel will just, like, hit the kit and hop up there, scoop up, and with him between the turrets and 6, get her into the car, Dukes of Hazzard the car again, and get in and leave.
Did you get my stuff?
Did you get your stuff?
It's on the other side! I haven't had a chance yet. No, that's fine. You can drive off without it, and 6 is going to be very upset, but...
Do you want to get riddled full of holes just to get your stuff?
No, exactly. This is exactly the kind of conversation
if you make me a
have.
strength roll with -2 on the way past that lockbox,
You can
grab
just
her
rip
stuff.
the whole
Yep.
fucking thing?
Oh, God.
Yes, I will
And
take
if
that.
you want to avoid legal action, you can forward Cole House a payment.
Cole House a payment for
that lockbox, yeah.
Yes, I will do exactly that. Because I think it's still within your rights under Castle Doctrine to try not
Personal
to
property
die.
rights are real weird.
Yeah.
And especially in Texas, so
Yeah,
I feel like a judge would be like,
he paid for it.
yeah.
Yeah, so strength -2 would still be a 7, so that's still a success. Yank! Just rip that whole lockbox.
Property rights lawyers must all have fucking ulcers in this setting.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
yeah,
Yeah, you yank that lockbox right off the side of the thing.
yep.
you see a little librarian AI, and she's like, rude.
Your face is rude!
So that's your action.
Yep. Which ends with all of us back in the car and Axel
Right.
peeling out.
Alright, that's 2 turrets on top of the gate. They're not going to not take much.
What happens if we happen to get distance between us and the house before I'm able to counter hack my way out or whatever?
What's your distance on your tap?
I have no clue.
It should be, I think you've got the first upgrade, which would be smarts times 2. So that's 24 inches, which would be...
Times 3, 72 feet.
Yeah. So we'd have to be most of the way down the block.
But what happens is what I'm asking.
It's like cutting a network cable. You are just no longer part of that network. Period.
And since you were logged into that network, you're going to take non-lethal damage because it's not attack software that's damaging you. It's a hard disconnect from the system.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I had left a sprite or something on a server, it would be stuck on their server.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thankfully, I didn't do that this time. Okay.
And that's if you don't talk one of these guys into circling the block a couple times so you can continue this hack if that's what you want to do.
He also knows when to quit.
Does he, though? I don't feel like he does.
Does he, though?
Just because he thinks one thing isn't the same thing as what he says to others. You know?
That's fair.
You can certainly try and make that persuasion roll.
Well, it's not like he's going to persuade Axel to not leave here. I mean, circling the
armored
block
moving
sounds like
target
something
is-
she's going to be able to track and know what we're doing and
She also owns the entire
know
block.
why we're
so-
doing it. That
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Probably
your
even
hack has
the
been
blocks
flagged.
around it for all we know. But
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah, he's smart enough to know that, okay, this is a little bit of a hot potato. As much as everything in him, every instinct tells him to stay in here.
Well, you can continue the hack at least until we peel out of here, assuming that they don't riddle the car so much that we can't leave.
You know what? That's true.
That's
But
true.
if he's just going to take non-lethal damage and he knows that, then fine, fuck it. If only he had a nice, juicy bomb he could drop in there or something.
Yeah, hopefully on Monday
As a
we'll
big
have some
fuck
software
you.
options for all this. Because
Yeah.
as it stands, there's no rules for
Porn
intrusive
bombs!
software, and yeah.
Oh, that'd be so lovely.
So much goatsy.
All of the goats, yeah.
I would just call porn bombs being distracted mechanically.
Yeah. Maybe nauseated. Maybe nauseated.
Yeah.
Again, it's distracting. Retching is distracting.
Yeah, it is.
Can
confirm.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, it is your turn, so yeah.
I know. I've
derailed
rolled
us a
attacks
little
against the
bit there.
car, and I'm looking up the.
Okay.
Because at this point, we are all in the car. They have to shoot through it to get to us.
Yeah.
You just fixed it.
Yep.
He sure is.
Bishop
Hey, you're
is
the one that
mentally
wanted to
preparing
come
himself. Bishop is mentally preparing himself for an ass chewing.
Yep. Because he knows exactly whose fault that is.
Yeah.
But
You were on your way out the door,
Yeah.
and then everything went sideways.
Yes.
He wasn't sure everything was going to be, hunky-dory, though. All that time. But anyway, he's still going to,
That's
He's
why we
preparing.
showed up in the power armor.
that too.
I feel like, isn't there a vehicle weapons
Yes.
table?
It's, keep going forward.
He's still going to do everything he can to deflect all the blame.
Of course he is. He's
Yep.
Bishop. That's what he
That's
does.
what he does.
Vehicles and then vehicle weapons should be listed
Coming up.
in that section somewhere. They should be in the stat blocks for individual vehicles. Shit, I forgot. Ooh, is the composite we plated the Challenger in considered a heavy armor?
No, but it still works as armor.
Yeah.
It's just heavy weapons tend to... And this is not going to be a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
This is meant to be personnel deterring, not anti-aircraft.
Yeah. Because then you've got to pay to, replace all of the land you just chewed up. Throwing flak at targets that close.
Right.
Okay, we're not going to go with a vehicle weapon then, because vehicle weapons are meant to take out other vehicles.
Yeah, they've all got heavy weapons tags and a ridiculous amount of AP.
We'll go with this saw up here. That seems reasonable.
I think there is an anti-personnel Gatling up there somewhere.
There's basically a turret.
Yeah.
The Mjolnir AMR.
I'm surprised they wouldn't have just a
Well, that'd be an
specific turret.
anti-materiel rifle.
Yep.
Like, that's a railgun class
Still
anti-materiel.
much more reasonable, though, than the other things I was looking at.
For certain values of reasonable.
That's fair. Got your car stats? That's gonna be 12 AP6.
Tank. Wait. Yeah, vehicles can't be shaken.
Correct.
Yeah, so tank.
Let's... 11 AP6.
Tank. Because AP6 gets me down to a toughness of 12.
16, 17, 18, 19 AP6.
Which would get me to 1, which still isn't a wound? Is it?
Be 4 over your toughness.
No, my
Reduces
toughness is 12.
12, so...
After.
After armor piercing.
Yeah.
So 19. And there's 6 armor piercing, so that is a wound.
No, I've got 16 armor. The AP drops it to 12.
Right. Right.
Oh,
So-
right.
Yep.
19.
It's
yes.
cool. Numbers suck. I hate them too.
This whole AP part always confuses the shit out of me.
Yeah. It's
I understand what it
So
is,
that's-
but
Playing 6 has gotten me much better at it.
so that's 1 wound.
And that is a critical hit for a wound.
We're not in motion though, so half of that table goes out the window. Except you just took out the drivetrain.
No, that's a crew hit.
oh shit.
What?
Yep. For direct damage, subtract the vehicle's armor, if appropriate for the victim's position, and apply the remainder to a random crew member. So it's you guys plus Go. Go is going to be 4. 1, 2. Nope. Passenger seat or back seat?
He'd probably be in the back.
That's what I was thinking.
1, 2, 3.
Backseat.
Goes in front. 1, 2, 3, 4.
then the front seat on a Challenger is a bench seat. It's probably all three of us in the front seat, and then the lockbox and Bishop in the back.
Yeah, because it would have been faster for you to just
Shove
six
everything
in.
and yeah.
Well, Karma is shitting on Bishop right now, so...
Well, that makes sense.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, I'm gonna bodyguard that.
Okay, yeah, that seems like something she would do.
Yep.
So we subtract the
19 AP6.
vehicle's armor.
Correct.
So that becomes 7, which is a tank, no matter how much AP it is.
Yeah. My base toughness is 12.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that would have given you... Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, you tank it. Good stuff. One last damage roll. Jeez. 15... 20.
Steadily going
19
up.
was a hit, then 20 is a hit. Car's got 2 wounds.
Yep.
That is a
That comes
crew hit again. Jesus.
up. That comes up to 3 wounds total.
If it's me, I'm calling foul.
It's not, it's Axel.
Tank.
Really?
Power armor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's the sprite's turn.
Yeah, because Axel's toughness is currently sitting at a 19.
I'll take that back. That's not the sprite's. That's
of
not.
arm.
That is not the sprite's turn. Give me a hack and roll.
Yep, that one too.
Lord, that was terrible, but not quite a critical failure.
Is this in defense or something? Is
Yes.
Okay.
She's counter hacking you.
So 1 from
Artemis.
Artemis, and so far 12 from me. 17, 18, plus 1 from Artemis is 19.
Yeah. Yeah. She rolled a 5.
So does that get him progress on his?
That's up to him. You can
Hacking
use that. You
tracker?
can use that roll to. I'm sorry, that was not your turn. So
No, it was not. That
yeah.
was the end of yours.
That was her trying to attack you.
So I guess the turrets and her are 2 separate entities there.
No, she's controlling all of it, but she gets her own action. So there are minor sprites controlling the.
Okay, so no multi-action penalties then?
Right.
Okay.
It's like a linked weapon system.
Pretty much.
Makes sense. Okay.
The building is a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my turn.
I've already got the card.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, I'm gonna stay in, I guess. What would I do?
Axel is currently swearing a mile-wide stripe up this whole situation.
Turning
Six
down.
has got a lot of I told you so going on, but she doesn't really know how to express it.
I told you so.
You
I
got-
told you this was gonna go sideways.
This wouldn't have gone sideways. Six would not say that. I'm sorry.
Nearly naked and
Out
shivering
of,
in the car.
out of
from
character.
the Cold rain.
This wouldn't have happened if Bishop hadn't come along. That's fine. Six would never say such a thing.
What sort of... If Bishop were to stay in, what kind of damage could he do? Or things could he do before they
All
got
kinds
out
of fun
range?
stuff. Oh, before you're out of range,
Well, yeah, because
do one roll for data mining, or edit one device.
Well,
or-
at this point, since we're starting from not moving at all, and with the damage that my car has taken at this point,
it'll take a little while.
we'd be getting up to speed. Running down that block would take a minute.
you can use a hack and roll to log out successfully without taking damage. Probably
but you
your
could
best
spend
option.
that time to get more info.
Yeah.
He's going
Now-
to be doing
Now,
that.
to be fair, you would need to get 4 more total successes in the next
In
3
3
rounds.
rolls,
3
yes.
rounds now since we're in combat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think it'll take at least 3 rounds for us to get out of range between
Yeah.
your extended range and the fact that we have gimped my acceleration something fierce.
You know, he can burn through his bennies and then decide, or almost all of them, and then decide, yeah, I'm getting out.
Is there a...
So we'll try and stay in for now, and if I decide I can't, I'll get out at the last minute.
Is there a...
Let me ask you this. How difficult would it be to do the hacking to get out safely?
My guess would be basic success, but I don't know that.
That's why I'm asking John.
Sorry, one more time.
How difficult would it be to do the hacking to get out of the network?
Negative
Oh,
4.
hey.
Negative.
Have to keep it
Because
up on my
that's the penalty on a tier 5 system.
power modifier.
That's been, to be fair, that's the penalty you've been rolling against this entire time.
No, that's fine. Okay. So my 8 roll was a 4 then on that second one, but I guess that was.
You need a raise to not go detected.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's try and stay in for this round.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Is there a... Sean, is there one of these for the driving maneuvers table?
Yep.
Could I borrow that for a favor?
6, that's only a
Thank you.
7.
Maneuvers on the other side.
Sweet.
One, 7, so that's an 8. Would I need to get a raise to stay in? I've already been detected, obviously, so...
You can choose to stay in. She's going to try to counter hack you every round.
Which can lead
So
to
now
some-
instead of rolling against the system to get further into the system, you're actively rolling against another hacker, and a good one. She has a D12 in hacking, so she's pretty good.
Well, let's try it this round. This time I got a 10.
On your hack roll?
So minus 4 is a 6. But she's also rolling in a -4 too.
If she were trying to get into your tap, yes. She's not trying to get in your tap. She's counter hacking you, meaning she's trying to actively kick you out of the system.
Even though I have the tier 5.
Right, she's not trying to break into your system. She's not trying to get into your tap.
So tier 5 doesn't matter, and the stealth module doesn't matter.
Since you've already been found. All that stuff is to prevent you from being detected to begin with. If she were trying to get into your tap, she would have the -4. Currently, she's just trying to get you out of hers.
Okay, I thought I still had some protections there, so... Now, knowing that I have no protections, which I think is silly, I need to get some. If there
Well,
is...
she'd have to actually get into your tap to affect you personally.
Like, all she's trying to do is eject you
From the system.
From the system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
she's not actually trying to
eject me.
fry your brain.
Okay.
To do
Right,
that,
right.
she would have to hack into your tap, which would require her to take those penalties.
Okay,
Yes.
I gotcha. I'm sorry. I gotcha. All right. Well, in that case, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll go with that 6 for now. I've already.
So staying in?
Going with 6 is generally a good idea.
Still staying in?
She eats a lot of bullets.
Staying in for this round, at least. You know.
So
Oh,
again,
wait a minute. I also had a +2 from this too. So actually,
Yes, so you
it's an
ignore
8.
2 points of penalties from... you are taking 2 points less penalties.
So I had 2 from along because I spent that, and 2 from this,
which
so
gets you to an 8.
Yes, that gives me to an 8. So that's all right.
okay.
I mean, it gets me to a total of 12 because I rolled a 6, got 1 help from Artemis and one help from
Total of 12?
Hunter. So it's a total of 12 minus the 4.
So that's
is
an 8.
is an 8. Yes,
Yep.
that's correct.
That leaves you at 2 more tokens you need with two more rounds.
rounds.
To make
Okay,
rolls.
that's okay. Good.
You
So
can
did
do it.
she
Yeah, that's
kick
not
me
a bad
out
place to
or?
be. No.
She's going to attempt to on her turn.
Oh, that's right. On her turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, new round.
Woo!
Ugh,
Thank you.
that was
an intense round.
yeah, it was.
And so now is when I choose, or something?
Yes. So now you choose either to take the 9 and go sooner, or take the 4 and get the bonus.
or
from
does the
calculating.
other one come?
Calculating works under a 5, right?
5 or less?
5 or less.
It is for the cutoff for like you can have both quick and calculate.
No, yeah, I know.
So that
I
you
just
get a
didn't know what the
bonus out of
specific
either.
initiative was. Yeah,
Or
so it's
wait.
5.
Yeah,
I do-
it takes over at 5. 5 or less, you get calculating.
Yeah, because it's the same thing as quick. It's just the other direction.
Yeah. Whereas quick, you
I
reroll.
need
With
those
calculating,
bonuses.
you,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
which is why level-headed plus calculating is such a not bad
Okay.
lethal combo.
Damn.
Yep.
Worst card I can get.
Mm-hmm.
I know those feelings.
Is that the worst card you can get?
Because it's exactly one past the quick
Yeah.
cutoff.
Oh.
That's
You have
literally-
to keep
that's
a
the
6
slowest
with
I can
quick.
possibly act.
Yep. All right, so that makes it Axel's turn. Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
So I've got 2 actions. What's the?
Also, on your turn.
So my progress is to I can't even get at any data or plant anything yet until I get through that track.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
The leftmost turret on the side of the gate takes some kind of hit and goes up.
And nobody in here fired a weapon.
Correct.
Are any of our teams currently in the area? Specifically, I'm looking at you, Hector. Hector!
Sean, are any of our teams in the area?
Oh yeah, you've got a VTOL up top.
Oh. Of course we do.
Yeah, because as usual, someone was covering your ass.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. One of these days, we'll pull Bishop's ass out of the fire.
I did take some fire for him. Just now.
Yep.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah. So...
I may not be able to roll for shit, but I can spend bennies to jump in the way of bullets.
Yes, you can. I imagine that went a lot like the scene from Captain America Winter Soldier where Black Widow is pushing both Captain America and the Falcon out of the way of bullets.
Probably.
Just like, shit, get down! Like, she ends up booting one of them in the face to get them out of the line of fire.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm sure it was incredibly awkward and flailing, considering they're in Challenger.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she's wet.
a 71 Challenger is not a small car.
Right, but there is, like, the getting, like, seats in the way,
Yeah.
and...
Because both sets are bench seats, and
Yeah,
so there's no gap. Yeah.
exactly.
Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna, throw it into gear and start making our way out, but with all the damage we've taken, we're gonna go a little slow.
Okay.
Do I need to make a driving roll?
Isn't there like a zigzag maneuver or something like that?
Evade, yes. I'm gonna do that. Cannot be taken more than once per round.
From this distance, this Savage Worlds logo looks like a hamburger.
It does kind
Yes,
of
it
look like
does.
a hamburger, yes.
Speaking of, would like a cheeseburger.
Ooh, that sounds good. Let's do cheeseburgers.
All right, let's do it.
Maybe they'll actually give me a cheeseburger this time.
Maybe.
We'll see. It'll be exciting to find out.
Last time Susan got a bacon burger.
With
Like,
no cheese!
With no cheese.
Who does that?
Right?
Lactose intolerant people, that's who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So,
garbage.
driving at a -3. I do have to make a driving roll, right? Or do I just do this?
I feel like if it were a chase situation, something you just do because it eats your other options.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep, that is the case. So,
no driving rolls.
no driving roll.
What's the effect? -2 to attacks.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's your thing.
Yep. So,
He's serpentining on the.
yep. Yeah, like, there's a lot of tail wagging in there.
Yeah.
He goes like, I don't understand why you drive a vehicle like this. Look how poorly it handles.
Would you shut up for once and let me do my job?
Excuse you?
Every time you get in my fucking car, you shit all over it.
I have not defecated in a vehicle ever.
And this time it is like full-blown yelled Spanish invective. Just torrents of it.
Yes.
And it's 4 wounds and the vehicle is out of commission, right?
Correct.
Yeah. They hit drivetrain or something and it just will not.
Yes. So,
All the while.
yeah, is Go doing anything else other than bitching about Axel's
Yes,
car?
that is an excellent question.
She has melee weapons.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then that's my turn.
Yep, it is your
Fantastic.
turn.
That's good. So Six, first of all, is gonna be like, I don't understand why she's always mad at me. She's mad when I don't do what she wants. She's mad when I do what she wants.
Has it ever occurred to you that she's just a psychopath?
How many times have I told you she's just a petty, vindictive cuntbag?
Oh, not just that. There's a reason for all of this. We just don't know why.
Are you sure there's a reason, or is she just petty, vindictive, and fucking psychotic?
I've known her for long enough to know that that's not the only reason. That's just a fun bonus.
Jesus fucking Christ. Laser machine gun!
Tens?
Yep.
Oh, you're just talking for your turn.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I mean, we're driving.
Yep.
You want to go on hold?
We can get dressed.
Put on some fucking pants!
There you go. Alright, so yeah, Six will like reach over the like back of the seat.
She probably is already in the back
Probably,
seat.
she's probably sprawled in between the two.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
guys were having this yelling match like over her ass.
If that isn't metaphorical, I don't know what is.
Well, Six does love a good metaphor.
She's is the like lockbox actually locked or is it?
No, it was just like a bin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, I'm sure there was like some kind of maglock thing that was, attached
Powered?
to, that was powered and it's not now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So
If you weren't actively being shot at and trying to run away, we might introduce that challenge, but yeah.
it's fine. All right, start pulling our stuff out and putting it on. Probably yes, end up like flipping over the back of the front seat.
Perfect.
End up in the back, probably gracelessly.
Yes, very gracelessly. I don't think that maneuver can be accomplished with grace.
With great, are the Challenger seats leather?
Yes.
Yeah. So Six is wet and it's leather, so it's kind of like sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticky and slidey.
Sticky and
And the
slidey.
worst combination of
Yeah,
things.
the
Yeah.
all the wrong places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's incredibly awkward.
Yep.
So yeah, 6 will get dressed.
Okay.
Re-equipped.
Alright. Carmen.
Oh, Carmen's not bothering with any of this.
No. She has computers for that.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, there's only one of these left, so... Damn. -2?
Yeah.
That's 2 hits, 1 with the raise.
Yeah. If she actually manages to completely disable this car, we're just burning the entire fucking building to the ground.
It's definitely a tink. That might not be. 21 AP6.
There's the third wound. Nope, that's 2 more wounds.
No!
Is it?
Yes.
Every time we
This is
take
a
this,
crew hit again, which is appropriate for the kind of car, but damn, that's a lot of crew hits.
every time we take this car, we end up destroying it.
This time it's actually dead.
Like dead forever, forever dead.
Like, needs full overhaul, engine replacement, drivetrain replacement.
That's so sad.
Like, at this point, machine gun fire has basically cut the thing in half.
I'm very sad right now.
So am I!
1, 2, 3, 4.
The car's not worth it.
No.
4 was Bishop. So 21 AP6. No,
Knocks that down to...
the car's armor, not its toughness.
I thought that was the whole... You took the whole thing. Because I've got 16, 8 of which is armor. The car intervenes at all points up to...
Right, it does specifically say it's armor, though, not its toughness.
Is it not classified as one cohesive stat when both are applied?
No, whatever's in parentheses is the armor.
No. In which case, we knock 8 off of that, which eats... AP6 eats 2. Does AP still apply?
Would apply to him.
So, we just knock 6 points off the top of... Or 8 points.
8 points off the top, which leaves us at 13.
Which has AP6.
Yep.
6 is shaken.
Fucking gross
Actually,
monster.
no, because 6 is in a Ravenlock armor now. It's fine.
Nice.
Aren't you glad you told her to get
Because
dressed?
it is advanced science armor, I will let you clamber into it in a round.
There's a whole round on that.
That's true.
It takes 5 minutes to get into heavy plate armor, but since this is fitted to you, I suppose you can climb into it in a round.
That and there's a lot less plates involved. It's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
really
bullet-resistant
just a suit.
synthetic fabrics and shit. All right.
All right, try and boot me from the system.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Yeah, the engine just finally sputters out and dies.
Oh yeah, there's a horrible exploding noise. Yeah.
And one of the... There's a sudden loud bang, and the composite on the hood dents really bad as we throw a piston.
Oh!
And Axel just starts cursing up a storm and, like, throws the fucking door, like, off the hinges and everything because he forgets that he's wearing power armor and just steps out and just starts up a tirade.
So mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mad.
You destroyed the thing that Axel loves most in life. He is now going to ruin everything you ever loved.
You particularly, Sean, not Carmen.
Yes!
I wasn't the one that went to invade someone's house with a non-plan.
did not go to invade. We went to have a book club. Jesus Christ.
True. This is basically all Bishop's
How
fault.
many
Yeah.
times?
And Axel was just there to make sure that 6
so
came
cutter
back.
Okay, yes.
No,
That's defense.
No.
Then it's an
I
8,
love
not a
it.
9.
So great.
it's a tie. You're still in.
Okay.
She needs a raise to boot you.
But 6 doesn't understand this isn't her fault yet.
Yeah. Oh no! Once we're done being shot at, Axel will happily explain that it is not your fault.
Yeah.
How far away would you have gotten that first round?
Considering he's like wagging ass down the rest of the block, not far. He would have gotten maybe halfway down the block. We probably wouldn't have even cleared like Carmen's compound wall.
I want you specifically to make me a notice roll.
Fuck.
Earth.
6, 7 if thief applies.
That's cop VTOL.
Yeah,
It's tracking you.
of course it is. Well, they don't have to anymore,
Right?
because we're not going anywhere.
Poor car.
Yeah.
No, 6 will probably also be like, Oko, I was supposed to ask if you wanted to go in for your severance pay. I forgot. I'm sorry.
What?
And Axel just like catches that as he's barreling out and just like, severance pay? Really? She wouldn't phrase it better than that? More Spanish invective.
Probably half of that was in Spanish. He's
Yes.
so mad.
Yeah, no, at this point, like, Axel is just furious.
The car and everyone in the car takes 27 damage
From what?
from the micro explosive that the cop planted on the car when he came to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Great. Good.
Said 27 points of damage?
Yep.
Well, the car is already dead in the water.
Yep.
So,
I do think it still provides armor. However, it was put inside the body, like in the wheel.
Yeah.
So it's half of the car's armor provides armor.
Okay.
But the explosion is AP 5.
So you've got so if we get half of the vehicle's armor, we knock that down by 4 points.
Right. AP 5.
so there goes all the car's armor.
I thought the car's armor applied and then AP applied to our armor. Because that's how I did the math for...
Right, but only half of the car's armor.
Yes.
Right.
So we
Which
knock
is 4.
4 points, and then the AP of the entire attack is directed at our armor, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's
we
20
knock 4 points off of the top of the attack from the armor of the car. Which would make it, what, 23?
Yeah. Sounds about right.
23. And then...
And is there... is there a, like, an evasion roll or anything like that?
No, you're in a car.
We're in a car that just sputtered to a stop.
Uh-huh.
That Axel just got out of.
Yeah. You didn't know. You had no way of knowing it was there. You got your attempt to see if it was there.
So you're fine.
No, I'm not.
You were not in the car. He said you got out. He said it was everybody in the car.
Oh. Okay. That's fair.
Did you get out during your turn?
I got out as a reaction to the car sputtering to a halt. And I have 2 actions, and I
But
didn't...
it was during the sprite's turn, so you didn't, like, in round order and everything. You were going to get out.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So how much damage is coming at us after the car's armor
20. You said 27 AP5, which makes it 23 AP5.
3 AP5. Be exactly 2 wounds.
Just how sensitive is that detonator to fluctuations in EM?
I would have to imagine fairly.
That's just a shame. That explosive doesn't go off.
Axel's so pissed off.
That he's throwing off so much electricity that detonator just will not function.
I'm trying to see how you're justifying that this would cause it not to go off as opposed to making it go off early. Because fluctuating things don't tend to stabilize things.
Yeah, but you need an actual signal. That thing needs to be able to receive an actual signal in order to be detonated. Yes?
Fair.
Receiver blows out.
Unless you
Done.
just want to say maybe the cop made a mistake when wiring it up or something.
So this is random EM coming off of him, right? And I know you have said that the trapping has been electricity for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start you off with a 15% chance that this is gonna happen. Now give me a psionics roll, and for every success raise, I'll give you an additional 10%.
If this works, by the way, you will have saved Bishop's life anyway. Because this that damage would have killed him.
I have no pennies to take that for you.
He wouldn't have been able to because it was the same round.
Motherfucker.
That's true.
I have none. So we have a 15% chance.
I thought that's a 004. I was like, oh, it's 44.
Yeah. So it still goes off.
You can soak.
I can't.
You have bennies.
Yeah.
Give me a Benny roll vigor every 4 you roll.
For every success in range, you soak a wound and don't die.
You cannot take more than 4 wounds.
So you're counting from 4. Like, if you soak 1, you don't die.
Also, you wouldn't necessarily die anyway.
You just roll on the, death and defeat table?
Especially since we have a healer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wild die included?
Yes. But just you.
Okay. Vigor.
So does that still eat my legendary chip? That was the birthday
Oh, birthday
Yeah.
chip? Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I thought this was a regular Benny for some
No,
reason.
that is the birthday Benny.
No, it's good. You're done.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
you still get it.
I
Yeah.
You still get it.
Gosh!
None of that
Take it back!
none of that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, alright then.
Yeah. So,
Everybody's fine.
yeah. Though Chris gets his Benny back for
Yes.
soaking because he doesn't have to.
I
soak.
haven't.
I wasn't-
I hadn't given
Oh,
it
I
to
didn't
him
think
yet.
it yet.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, that was the birthday Benny.
Okay, since you're blowing a birthday Benny, I will also let you get away without the car being destroyed.
No, at this point we're blowing up all of Carmen's shit.
Okay. Alright, that's cool.
No, this is Axel finally loses his shit and goes full berserker rage through everything.
I will say this: there is before the notice of the violation of airspace goes through on the Meddozer VTOL, Hector will pop off one more shot from his rifle and take an engine out on that police VTOL because he's smart enough to know that you're being tracked by.
Yeah.
And that seems like a good place to stop.
That's fair, because that's going to be a very long dungeon crawl-esque combat where we are just going to murder through everything, and it's going to be glorious! And we're going to need more bennies.
But yes, that part right there. No more bennies. So yes. So I never get loyalty bennies. It's rude.
It's true. It is a pretty seldom occurrence for you.
Yeah, despite all of my heroic actions.
It's true.
Like, I've gotten to the point where, like, if you're getting loyalty bennies for eating people's wounds, you're gonna need to actually be hurt for it to
that's
count.
fine. I don't expect that, but like not letting anyone go into Carmen's with her.
Oh, Carmen didn't want anybody to go in with you.
But then she invited everybody in, and Six was like, no.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I didn't think about that one.
That's fine. That's fine.
Ooh, I should make a note that... Can I get one of your smaller Post-its?
Yes.
I need to make a note that Axel is currently under the effect of speed/quickness/hurry.
So are we saying that... Oops, here's 2 of those cards.
Can we at least get him to take his last turn so that we can find out whether he finished his hack in?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
let's do that and then cut there.
Okay.
If you can successfully make this hack, you can leave a back door.
My pen bag is
The back door is only good for 24 hours.
Hold on.
Well, we're not
Fair enough.
leaving, so that
That's a
gives...
good promising sign. In fact, with the 1 and the 1 that's a 12, plus the 2 from that, whatever it's called, is
calculating.
14.
It's 14
Which
minus
is-
4 for the system.
Which is
10.
10, which is 2
successes,
successes,
which
so
is
he is
fucking
in.
It was a club. There was an additional negative.
Which
Jeez.
gives you
Still
2
is
and
an
8, which is still 2 successes.
Barely. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no, I don't have any. Would you like another cord?
It's a good thing we didn't get to that 5th card.
Because
it
what would that
doesn't-
have done? Nothing.
It already doesn't want to stay, so it's going to get replaced.
What a bad time.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not his fault.
So are we
It's
saying that all of us just... The car blew up, but we all got out unscathed?
No,
Or-
the bomb didn't go off.
Bomb didn't go off. Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
the
bomb
car just
didn't
shot
go
up
off.
to hell. And
The car is now so
Dead
riddled full of
in the
holes
water.
that it is dead in the water.
Okay, and so we're just going to be getting
that
out at the
poor
beginning
car.
of next.
Yeah.
No, it's so
He just fixed it up.
every time. Every
Yeah.
time.
Axel is probably never actually driving that car again. Because the odds
Well-
are fair he's not actually walking out of this.
Fine, Six to buy a new car. Blackjack and hookers.
That's great.
Experience?
What are we at right now?
70?
I give you 3.
Yeah, 70. I thought it was 71.
No, we're at 71.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
You already
take
said
it.
3.
I'll
Can't
take
take
it
it back.
No take
No
backsies.
takesies.
So,
It is 70.
actually, since I've used the powers, now I have to actually keep them. But I'm 1 point away from an advance. If Miracle Worker makes the jump, it'll be my next advance.
I will let you guys know as soon as I know about an actual
Release date,
document.
document.
Did my last
Well, I
message
have the
get
final
to...
proof supposed to be tomorrow.
Okay.
For the pickup?
Yeah.
So it should be everything.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because may or may not want to...
Yeah, ever since you all left Mendoza, he'd been talking to Hector the whole time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good man.
Well done.
It's like, oh, these guys don't have a plan. Fine, I'll have a backup plan.
Six had a
Jeez.
plan. It went perfectly.
It did.
I mean,
True.
she was
Her
hoping.
plan went off fine.
Six's plan went fine. She was hoping for a little more conversation, but that's fine. At least her answer about who Carmen thought she was in that situation was answered.
Yeah, like I didn't actually expect for them to talk again.
Yeah.
So that threw me off a little bit. But
No, it's fine. I thought it was perfect.
I
It's
feel like
why
petty
are
and
we-
dismissive is about
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
All right, well...
Well, at least I'm done with gaming homework. Yes!
Gaming homework.
I did actually finish Moby Dick. It's very exciting.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you read those.
I mean, your classics are
Frankenstein was great.
I believe it.
I know a lot about whaling in the 1890s now. 1850s?
Who's the lazy ass?
Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Ishmael,
The
okay.
narrator.
Yeah.
He's the only one who survived. And he, like, self-admits that he's not great at this and doesn't care that much. And he's just there for the sweet whale facts. Like, he's all about the whale science. It is
So
really weird. I know
is-
so much. I know about how they, like... I know how to get the blubber off of a whale. Like... I know how they like went about rendering it down. I know about all the different varieties of whale and the science that went behind it in that time period. And
So
yeah.
that must be one of the
Fascinating.
no, I know so much about whales now and whaling.
that must be one of the
They just
mega power versions of barrier. Is
They
that you
just-
can move it.
Yeah. They just basically like put a hook in the like well that's for killing them. Once
Oh.
they're dead, they like strap them to the side of the boat. And then they like put a hook in part of the blubber and just start yanking it so they like rip off ribbons of this blubber like with the whale turning.
Oh, so I mean,
So
they
they
thought
just-
it through.
Yeah. And that's how they take all the blubber off of a whale.
Fascinating.
It's fascinating, yeah. And then all these sharks are there, obviously, like
Because
score,
you've killed a giant
whale.
animal.
Yeah, and so there's
And they're
like
hungry.
so like the people who are like actually standing on the whale carcass have to also like
Fight off sharks.
they're like kicking sharks in the face while they're doing this, and, like stab them a little and
Nope.
And honestly, like doing that kind of work at sea hasn't really improved that much over the years.
Nope.
It still sucks real bad.
yeah, I
It
mean
does.
whaling's illegal now, so that helps.
In Japan, even still? I feel like they still whale in Japan.
No, I believe
No, Russia
even
does.
Japan it is illegal.
Yeah. I mean, it's illegal everywhere by
Yes.
international agreement.
Yes, there are still a lot of people who do it.
Yes.
Yes,
But it is illegal
It is
everywhere.
illegal.
Anybody, any sovereign nation's navy catches you doing it, and they can throw you in prison.
Yes.
All right, well, let me go ahead and sign off here. So we've been running this. Can you do me a favor and get up and look at his screen
yes.
and see how many hours it's been at the top right there?
28 hours, 28 minutes, and 7 seconds.
That's how long I've been streaming here. Not all of it has been gaming. Some of it has been eating or, nature calls, that sort of thing. Oh, thank you. And other things. But for the most part, it has been gaming either Rise of the Tomb Raider or this right here, Interface Zero. If you've been watching live, I thank you very much for doing so. I appreciate it greatly. If you can, and if you're so inclined, please donate something, even if it's just $1. It'd be awesome. If you can't, that's awesome too. As long as you've been here, that means the world to me. I will be back again Wednesday evening, not for Extra Life, but my usual streams are my usual Wednesday night streams at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch me here on twitch.tv/SturmB. You can also follow me on Twitter at SturmB and Instagram at Sturm. I think that's all I really needed to announce. Anything else you all want to say before we sign off?
Play more games!
Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah, play more games. They're good for you.
And they can go to a good cause, as you've seen.
Yes, they can.